Start it up.
All right, we're live. Go.
All right. So, I was just talking about the school shooter, Adam Knight, right? They can hear me okay, right? Without talking?
Yeah. The long lost co-host Adam Knight.
Yeah. I was listening to the podcast with you and Adam and the Jew Feldman.
Yes,
So,
yes.
But before that, you were talking about. You had talked about me in y'all's podcast with at Bar PM, right?
And Adam, Joe Rogan show.
Right. Adam says, "Yeah, I saw that guy, Paul Aziz or Aziz. He was kind of cool. I never seen him before." And this guy's like, "Yeah, he's done a few open mics," and they're talking about how big my shirt was, the logo, right? I'm a fat dude. I mean, fuck. Let's not fucking mince words. Sure. I'm a fat son of a bitch.
Right.
I'm a disgusting fat body, right? So then, they're saying that the logo was kind of cool. The logo was big because I'm a big dude. It's
well,
like
my exact words
basketballs.
were my exact words. We had the Joe Rogan's face was the size of like three basketballs.
3 basketballs put together, right? That's funny, right? And then I was texting this dude. I messaged him and I said, "You two faggots were talking about my shirt and how big it was. Like it was. He acted like I was wearing the bat logo on my belly, right? Like the bat symbol.
You know, that could be a sign of affluence.
I guess.
Right.
It costs more money to have all that brand.
Think about all of the people who went up that night, right? I didn't. When you texted me, I completely forgot about it because it's literally in my ear, out my mouth, and then I forget about it.
It was funny though. I mean, there's no fans. I now played it for my wife, and this bitch don't laugh at shit, man. She don't laugh at shit. She don't think I'm funny. Well, like especially my rehearsed stuff. Now, whenever I'm making fun of someone, we're going back and forth. Yeah. So I let her play that. Anything I let her play, never really laughed at it. But she was laughing at these two dudes, man, making fun of me. I guess because they was making fun of me.
That helps, dude. That's the pull of this podcast. It's like internal drama.
And then he was saying, you were talking about the pickleback.
Yes. Okay. So please clarify your joke because I didn't hear it because the crowd was so shitty.
Yeah, especially those 3 cunts at that fucking table, man. Those round table. Do you remember? You were there whenever Telfa goes up and he yells the one word over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, he was yelling at them, man. Those 3 females. Okay,
they weren't even kind of listening.
Yeah, the one. Okay, so the pickleback joke it was something like this. The gist of it is okay. So pickleback. I found out about pickleback. Apparently, pickle juice is a chaser for whiskey, right? So you take it, you chase it with pickle juice, and I was questioning the origin of that word. Mm-hmm. I wonder if it originally started out as a derogatory slur from cucumbers towards pickles. Oh. And look at this fucking pickleback. Get out of my jar, you son of a bitch. Yeah. This sour son of a bitch. That was what I was saying.
Joke.
So that was stupid. It was stupid.
Which but it's solid. Like there's a real punchline to it and stuff.
No, I guess I just throw shit out there. Kendall and I were talking last week about. You told me about the joke Bible. Never heard about this. And you told me, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Joke Bible. It's a real thing. This chick, female, Judy Carter, right? Yeah, Judy Carter. And I ordered it on Amazon the next day, and I ordered it. And it should be in here this week sometime. But he was breaking down everything, and there's a certain formula for jokes, different types of jokes.
Right.
I didn't know that. I didn't. In Kendall's. It's like he's Splinter, right? I'm like a fat little retarded turtle, right? And he's telling me all this stuff, and it made sense. It made sense. So I told him the first set that I ever went up with, and you were kind of breaking it down right there at the bar whatever you were telling me was part of some joke Bible formula. I was just talking shit because it was funny.
Sure.
I've been going up for. It'll be 2 years. How long you been doing, Kendall?
I did my first show February 2015. But that question's always hard for me because, like, then I did it consistently for 6 months, and then Laugh Up City pissed me off, and then I didn't do it for 6 months at all.
Gotcha.
And then I came back for a couple months, and then I learned that I wanted to work with cameras and didn't do it for a few months again. So I think in total I've been doing comedy about a year and a half.
Man,
the thing about you two though, like you both are the guys where I was, when I was coming around to the scene, I was like, okay, both of these motherfuckers kind of know what they're doing a little bit, right? Because you have so many people who go up there and like they have no confidence, like they've never done it before. Both of you guys had confidence,
And the game's more complex now. You have to be educated to be funny.
Are y'all of you had degrees?
No.
Do you
Fuck no.
I'm just
Summa
saying,
non grata.
you know,
Associate's
you
degree.
have to do
Oh,
your
shit.
homework.
An associate.
Homework, just my homework's like
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on
yeah,
Twitter.
you're right.
I think you've
I-
always had to do your homework though.
Well, of course, but you know, I don't know. I'm trying to
It-
make a reference to that the joke Bible. It's like, you know,
You know what he's talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm just saying, like, have you read chapter 3, verse 4? You know? Come on, we don't do that shit over here.
Do you say who's on it?
The
And
part
you're
of the joke
Thou
Bible that
shalt
confuses
not
me is when they're
put
loading
down
all the
the cup.
animals into the ark. That was a little weird.
and you're Daniel, right?
Yeah.
Daniel.
You didn't know you
But
were supposed to
I'm
say
not-
that?
I'm
Do
not
that
a
on stage?
comedian.
No, I
No.
didn't realize.
No.
Dude.
So I was gonna. So
I've never
to-
heard of the joke Bible.
I want to come back to something that Kendall talked about with
Holy
Laugh Up
shit.
City. So
This guy's got notes.
well,
Bro, you were the most
I-
prepared
I want-
motherfucker
What is
for a
this?
podcast that has less than 100 subscribers on the internet.
Oh, dude, this
Those
is
bookie
great.
tickets?
It's like a little filing cabinet.
yeah,
Damn.
Kendall's
Are those all
looking at
jokes?
he's looking at a note card holder. It's called a note card jotter. I started using that whenever I was a manager with Chili's. They gave me one, and it was a small one, and they had that at Office Depot for like $2-3. And I use it whenever I'm loading oil, haul oil. I drive a truck, so I use that to write down my gravity, temperature, the amount of barrels, and
I see.
the mileage, the lease number. So I use that and throw it away afterwards, just note cards. So
Cool.
So I'm gonna circle around to something that you talked about with Laugh Up City. Before
Yeah, yeah.
that, I want to tell you how when I first met Kendall,
Uh-huh.
this was close to a year. This is over a year ago, I think. So I hadn't seen him. I've been coming around
Yeah,
since probably February. First show, February 2016.
Uh-huh.
Then I went up on April. I think April at Rico Room, and then I started doing everything else. So Kendall
that?
goes up there. Was that?
What was that first set like?
It was. Well,
It was at Rico. So Rico's like the bar in a hotel.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like usually almost empty.
Well, here's who was there. I remember Durbin. I think I remember Durbin, Caleb,
Mixing words.
Socorro. What's his real name?
Socorro Carrasco.
Yeah, so Socorro being there. I think the Jew was there. Dave was there. So I go up, and I've been going over this stuff for a month because
Yeah.
my days off rotate. I work 5 on, 2 off, 5 on, 3 off. So I've had time out there while I'm loading and unloading
To write jokes.
just come up to throw my ideas on paper.
Yeah.
So I look back there at the corner where the guys were sitting, where
Yeah.
the regular Laugh Up City dudes, and they were all just focused on me.
Right.
I would have to say I'm not a humble son of a bitch, but so I didn't say I kicked ass that first time up, man. It was 5 minutes straight. 5
Right.
minutes straight.
That's great.
I told you went over what I talked about the other. I started off the bit by saying I'm excited to be here.
Yeah,
That I went to the house, shit, showered, and shaved, threw on my Jordans, and here I am. And I'm walking around these two white girls at this table, and I hear one of them whisper to the other girl, "He's not wearing Jordans." I was wearing some boots.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, "No, you're right. I'm not wearing Jordans." And you know why I don't wear Jordans? I don't even own a pair. And here's why. Because number one, I have a job. Number two, I don't have multiple baby mamas. And number three, I don't live at home with my mom, right?
Okay.
Then I break it down into Jordans being ghetto and relate that with my sis. Oh, speaking of which, my sister started dating again. Blah, blah, blah. I talk about my cousins,
into whatever,
race.
yeah.
Right, and I circle back around with my cousins, my sister. I don't want you to think I feel I'm better than them or
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
above them because I'm not. I come from the same shit and chaos and turmoil they come from. I just choose not to be a part of it. And I say it's kind of like, what's up?
I feel like when you say, I don't want y'all to think I'm better than them, because
Yeah.
I'm not.
What?
And then you say, but we're from the exact same shit.
We're from the same
and
shit.
I am doing way better.
I got out of it.
Yeah.
You bitches.
I choose not to be a part of it, man. I mean, I'm still from the same. My cousins live just a few blocks away, right? But there's a divider. There's a
Right.
park in the school that the houses jump. It's almost twice, right? So there's
The
a
park means
divider.
everything.
The park is like Trump's wall, right? So I want to build that shit.
Right.
Let's put a wall between me and my family, right?
And it's
Let's
a mentality
do that
too,
shit.
You know, like the mentality. You can get stuck in a flow. You know.
So I finished with a joke by saying it's like when I take my kids to the zoo, right? I gotta go by and see the gorilla exhibit. Now hold on, let me stop you right there. Some of you might be thinking, I see where this dude is going. Gorilla zoo racism.
No, I didn't
It's,
know.
it's not even like that.
I never thought.
It's not even like that, right?
I've never heard that
And I was
slur.
like,
I knew
Is
exactly.
that a slur they use? Those bastards.
So many times.
And then I said, look, the gorilla I'm talking about is actually Mexican. How do I know that? Because he tried to sell me a bag of oranges. And I said, no. Then they laugh. I said, I'm just fucking with you. It was actually
That's a really niche Mexican thing to do. Like, that's like deep tracks
just
Mexican.
oranges, you know,
Yeah,
bag of
that's
oranges like on the corner, right?
Very
I said,
I've never-
stereotypical
Okay,
immigrants.
that's why I'm saying this is a niche
Where are you
Mexican
from,
thing to
dude?
do.
Me? It's just down the street.
no shit.
Dog, but that's niche. Like, if you're going to, like, Mercado and stuff,
Yeah.
you'll see those fuckers. But if you're not, like, going around Clovis Road or whatever,
Right.
you're not going to bump into
And
them.
here you don't see it too much in Lubbock unless over there, but it's a stereotype. So then
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
I
no.
saw it in California a
Yeah,
few times.
California. I said, it's.
Maybe it's more of a California
Yeah,
thing. Not a lot of, like, fruit trees.
I said, you know what? It wasn't oranges. It didn't try to sell me oranges. It was actually a box of chiclets.
Okay.
Right, and then I say,
Is
Uh,
that?
that's another. So whenever
This is like cultural appreciation hour for
People
Daniel.
still-
you know what a box of chiclets is? So
Yeah,
chiclet
I know what
is gum.
chiclets are.
Okay.
Chiclets is they come like three. It looks like a little accordion, right? It's got like 3 or 4 of them in there. It says chiclets on there. So when if you cross when you cross the border in Mexico, like in TJ going to Tijuana, there's little Mexican kids coming up selling you some chicle, and you give them $1 and they give you some of that
Which
gum.
is everything that
And then they'll turn around and put that dollar in a cup and then or in their pocket and then go to the next person with
Right,
the empty
right.
cup. So it's just Mexicans always are hustling, you know. It's
Yeah.
so
That's good.
Dog,
Homeless
Mexico
people
City
don't.
is fucking crazy because
haven't
like
been there.
everybody's working an angle. Like you've got one dude who's got like one arm, right? Just like 3 stubs in one arm, and he's like bouncing like a soccer ball, going past taxis,
Yeah.
trying to collect change. Those fuckers are crazy, dude. They fucking work so hard. It's
yeah, they
unreal.
hustle, man. My wife has
Fucking crazy.
my wife's uncle. He's not too much older than her. I guess he is 10 years, anyways. He said he was hustling. He's panhandling, right? He's a bum. He's a vagrant, right? What do you call them? Vagrants, vagabonds.
Sure.
I put it. I had this
Newspaper
joke.
salesman.
I had this. I had this joke.
That's.
What do you call him?
Chiclet salesman.
Dad?
Dad. So,
Oh come on.
I know.
This motherfucker
Totally
with his
kidding.
dad.
Love you, Dad.
I said I call him wherever you're at.
You probably have a good father.
I
He's
call
pretty
him.
cool.
Yeah.
just
To
don't
other
know.
kids. Yeah. Badass.
Actually, I'll look up to him
The
a lot.
one picture I have looks awesome. So.
It's like on Don't Be a Menace to South Central. He's got his arms around nobody.
What's that movie where Cosby is a ghost dad?
Yes, Ghost Dad.
Oh, is that what it
That's
is?
what Ghost Dad. Yeah.
That's a movie.
Yeah,
Ghost
Cosby.
Dad
It's
is a
actually
movie.
called Cosby is a Ghost Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
R.I.P. son.
Yeah.
So, I called him. I say vagabond, right?
Have you
But
seen the sequel to that though? I'm sorry.
No,
Wait,
you're good.
there's a Ghost Dad too?
It's Resurrection.
But they changed Dad to fucker.
It's the-
Goes to these kids in there, fucking.
That's
leaves, they
great.
have no
They
idea.
don't even know.
It's through the walls. He goes through the walls.
Ghost
That's a, new,
fucking.
that's a new expression, ghosted.
Ghosted?
It's so much better now to ghost someone.
So
Back
as
in the
of
day,
right
it was
now,
just raping
ghosted.
people. Back in the day, it was just raping people without them knowing it. Now it was like, you know.
They call it Cosbian.
Now ghosted is just you just disappear.
No, I can't make that joke.
No, it's fine. You can
Okay.
totally make that joke.
He was doing stand up the other day. I
Was
saw-
he really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually saw
Whoa.
Yeah, Jesse
an
was
article
sad.
about him, and he was like,
Yeah, the
kids
video.
are cool.
Yeah.
That's what his thing said.
Yeah, it didn't say
It's like-
bitches are cool. It said kids are cool. Man.
Right.
He
The
didn't
bitches
say-
are definitely
Yeah,
not
I mean,
cool
so
with them
he wasn't
at all.
making a statement. He didn't say drugs are cool either. It was, But
Why don't you have a shirt that says rape is cool on it? Like, why don't you just come out with that? Like, why can't that just be his thing?
yeah, I didn't think he thought it was
Like, he
too
just
cool.
owned it?
He kept it
Yeah,
behind
like,
closed
just,
doors.
fuck it. He, like, you're not gonna get me. You know what I mean?
He's
Like,
about to die anyways.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
80
about to
something,
kick it, like-
80 something, 80.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
he's at the age where like you hear a lot of people our age like they say, you know, if I ever make it there, I'm just gonna do a ton of drugs, man, and rent a Corvette, drive it off a bridge. Or,
Right.
He's at that point.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
So
Except
if
for just with.
y'all wouldn't go see Cosby, my bad, dude.
Oh, I would definitely.
So would I.
I would see
Yeah,
Cosby.
I can. Okay, it's maybe they're not separable, but I want to say that you can mostly separate the art that he does on stage from the, you know, drunk, demented actions
Right.
he has when he's alone.
Well, I don't know. Does he drink? I don't think he drinks, man.
I
From
think
the
he
drunk
knows.
demented
I'm
action
trying
of the
to-
I'm
fucking
trying to
vintage.
give him a benefit of the doubt and shit.
You
Yeah,
gotta remember
he's
how like
drinking
clean
something.
he was. He
He's
was
water.
so fucking clean.
yeah, it's separated by a hotel door, man. That's what separation right there. Bro.
It's true, dude.
My thoughts are like they broadcast Timothy McVeigh's execution. I can go see Cosby for a night. You know,
Yeah, it's true.
it's the same thing.
Well, I mean, if one person does something, it gives you justification to do the other thing, right?
Well, I'm just saying it's not the same as watching someone die. I
Oh.
can just see somebody like.
So if they were dead,
What if they're having a public execution of Bill Cosby? What if they're wheeling him out to the square? They're gonna take his pants off and paddle him for a little while, and then they're gonna cut his fucking head off, and then all of the women that he molested are gonna come over and just spit on his head, right? And then they're gonna play soccer with it, just fucking
I think
kicking
that's
around a little bit. If that's the event, would that be worse to see or better than see than his stand up?
Well, you're gonna have refs throwing out yellow cards too,
Probably
because the
worse.
bitches probably can't kick though. I don't know. Come on, dude. I'm like going to see WNBA. I'm not gonna go see that.
Tickets are already
Get out of
sold
my face
for
with that shit.
show anyways.
But it's all about the spirit of the thing, man. They've got a heart, you know. They've got passion. They have a reason to kick that head around, you know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I would go see Cosby with a quickness, man. Same thing with Louis. Same thing. Well, I like
I'd
to
go see Louis. Louis not even hard. Like Louis came to town, I'd go see Louis. Like,
Yeah. No, he is hard. He was hard, but he's not. Yeah, it's gonna be.
He
it's-
fixed that.
Right. It was.
Well, his phone calls.
It was consensual. It was consensual.
They aren't picking up the
It was
phone.
consensual. So anyway, let me finish my vagabond joke.
Yeah, sorry, please.
No, you're good. I had a vagabond. I said when I say vagabonds, it sounds like they're British secret agents, right? Like
Yeah,
Bond,
John's.
Bond, vagabond.
Sure.
That's what I think of. That was it.
Okay.
So moving on.
Wait, what's a
I was-
vagabond?
A vagabond's a vagrant, a bum, a homeless dude.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Well, you're saying
vagabond.
This is my jokes. My jokes are a lot of times very cute observations that do not have a punchline. And then it's like, that's a good observation. A lot of people go, good point, John Lewis, but that doesn't get a laugh, you know?
Yeah.
What were you saying
A lot of this happened.
about the vagabonds? What?
I was just clarifying that you thought vagabond sounded like a
Like a British secret
British
spy? Yeah, Bond, vagabond.
vagabond.
Vagabond. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Vagabond.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought of it. I see a lot of homeless dudes. When I used to pick up my son for, he was in swimming at Lubbock High, and they had like homeless conventions across the street, man. I saw this one homeless dude. He had a fight with an imaginary person. Oh
That's
man,
awesome.
it was fucking rough.
Right.
My son and I were looking. I felt bad for the invisible dude afterwards. Like this bum just beat the shit out of
Fucking
someone.
lit into him.
Yeah, it was. What's that?
Just fucking lit into him, huh?
Well, he picked him up and body slammed him, man.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
This
He
is-
picked him up over his head
That's
and
good
slammed
acting.
him. Yeah,
That
it was.
is-
I don't think that
Object
wrestling's
work.
real. I
Right.
think that was probably
Well,
fake.
you
How
tell
heavy
that to
was
the
that
imaginary dude that he beat up. Yeah,
true.
he fucking
It's real.
DDT'd the shit out of that guy.
It was like WWE.
My son and I couldn't leave. We were both just mesmerized by this dude. And afterwards, he walks off. He turns around, and wherever the park bench he was fighting on, he flips off the dude, the imaginary guy on the park bench. I'm not fucking with you, dude.
That's amazing.
I'm not fucking with you. You know what park I'm talking about?
That's a lot
Right.
of drama. Are you talking about the one that's on Q?
The one right off of Broadway. So like if you go down from Chimmy's, from Crickets, and you have the swimming complex.
Yeah.
It's on 13th. It's like on 14th Street, 14th, 15th.
Oh, okay.
There's
yeah.
a park. It's got the something Aqua complex, whatever it is. Homeless people right there like crazy. But there's a lot of halfway houses over there too, though.
Really?
You want to be entertained, you go there.
You go
I
there
would-
for entertainment.
Go pick up my son.
Nice
sometimes I have
pie
to
for
wait
yourself.
10, 15, 20 minutes for him because of whatever, and see what these
Hang
homeless
out.
people. And
Yeah.
then you look at them sometimes. And they would be in the nice grass over there.
Yeah.
It was looking. It's like you were looking at lions just napping. Like, it was like wildlife.
Like the pride.
You fucking-
That's
it was like
hilarious.
wildlife, man.
Dude, it's crazy. There are a lot of homeless people
Yes.
in town for sure.
Yeah, and
I
you-
think
Depot.
there's like a code or something like that, to where it's like, you know, this is like the hobo love it code.
I just think there's a.
Don't eat tuna on Wednesdays. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
That's
you
rule number
piss
one.
Here, you shit here. You know?
Organization. That's the key to
Get
being
your shit
homeless.
together.
It's really
It's like-
just
And they've got the
Being
city
organized.
split up on a grid for when they're gonna sell papers. You know,
They-
Saturday
no.
night's hot dog night.
Perfect.
Yeah, because Sunday we're gonna be selling papers.
I don't know if they used to have that tent, that homeless, whatever they
Yeah,
call
Tent
it.
City. Yeah, that's
Down.
definitely.
Is it
still
still
a
there?
thing. Yes.
Okay.
I had a
I've
buddy who
never
was out
seen
there
that.
for a while.
Did
There's
you?
a rap song out about it.
Is there a rap song?
Yeah.
From
Tent
who?
City. Oh, Tent City.
You're full of shit.
Show your titties.
I like that. I like that one better. Yes.
Does it come from the Rack City, bitch? Rack
No, that's the song I was thinking of. I thought it was Tent City.
Oh,
bitch.
okay,
Tent
close,
City.
close enough.
bitch.
I've never
Tent City.
heard of.
No,
I don't know who Rack City is.
Sorry, Paul, we're not cool enough.
I don't know who Rack City is. I'm not young enough. I guess, man. I don't never heard.
Tiger,
That
Rack City.
song. Tiger.
He was signed with Young Money for a little while.
Learn us.
Young Money is that Tiger.
shit was fire.
Tiger. Is he the
All
one
the
that has
way
a
through
kid
and through.
from
Love me some Rack City.
Kylie? One of
Yeah,
those.
Jenner.
I think he's
Okay.
dating one of them.
He was
I don't know
Jenner
if
for a
they
little
have
while.
a
Did
baby.
he knock her up?
That could be the case.
That was a
The gentrification of America
As
is terrible.
soon as I heard that she got pregnant, I was like, Jesus is coming back.
What?
Tiger.
What? Dagger and Kindle. I'm Kanye and
You know,
Kim's kid. I
maybe
mean,
like
if Jesus were gonna come, I think it'd be
She already
there.
has 3. I thought that bitch only had 1. She already had to pop the 3rd one out. It's
No,
on Twitter.
they used a surrogate.
Did they?
Yeah, which is like what rich people do now. It's like
So
you
they-
find somebody and you pay them to get
So
knocked up.
they use a sex robot?
Well, they basically implanted the thing inside her.
Someone else?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably did some.
You ever heard of
genetic
that?
shit, too.
Yeah.
Fucking like you have like an egg, and you just like stick it in some other woman.
Yeah.
And it's like pay them. It's a big deal. Like girls in like India will do it a lot now. Like they'll get an egg and like see it from somewhere and like fucking
Or
make a
vaccine.
baby.
I heard this NPR documentary on that. I listen to a lot of NPR, man. Y'all think I'm fucking around with you about NPR?
No,
I
not
listen to
at all.
NPR on the daily.
Yeah, man.
All types of hippie shit on there, man. I like it. I like it.
I like him.
You,
Which
it's
is
all-
funny because you're like the least crunchy person ever.
Yeah, dude. I like this stuff, man. I wade through it though. You got to sift through some of the lot of horse shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're very informative, very well put together. Hey, I want to go back to you what you were saying. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not, Kendall. But you said you were a little upset with. I believe your exact words were pissed off with Laugh Up City.
When?
Whenever you stopped
Why
the
it
first
took
time.
a 6 month
Do you
break.
mind talking about why that happened? I'm a little interested, a little curious. Bi-curious.
It was a little bit of selfishness and a little bit of overreach by the administration. So,
The Bush administration.
What are you?
the
What are you?
bushy-beard administration.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just won World of Beer.
I'm cool with Laugh Up City now.
Oh,
and
right.
I was even cool with them then. It's just one person. So like, we were doing Freaky Tiki Tavern, the first laugh off, and it was at a different location at this time, and I was like 20 minutes late or something, 15, 20 minutes late. And so because I was late, we had a show the next day. And it was at Gatsby's, and Gatsby's was closing
that
down.
was a long
I remember
time
that,
And
yeah.
there was like
That's fucking
50
old school.
people there, 60 people there. It was, I love
Just
that
big
place.
deal at the
I love
Yeah,
that
it was
place.
cool.
Yeah. So I really wanted to do the show, and from what I was told by Caleb, I was on it. But then someone else took me off of it because I was late to the show the night before.
That's some
And
bullshit.
yeah, I was just kind of like,
Where are we?
you know, I just got out of basketball because I wanted to smoke, you know, so like
Word up.
I don't hate people using my, like, okay, and see, this is where I say the selfishness comes in, but if I'm performing on a night in, night out basis, and I'm 15, 20 minutes late to one of your shows, whether or not I have a reason, and I'm doing well, then why would you take me off of the next show? It's like, are you trying to parent me? Are you trying to teach me good morals? Or are you trying to have a good
No,
show?
I think they're just trying to penalize you for black because you were doing everything. You were late, basketball, and weed. That's the epitome of
I
you,
was,
man.
yeah.
I
I was
would
being
congratulate
blacker
you for
than
that shit.
And I could
BP
I could have
time.
toned it down.
BP
You're
time.
right.
BP
You're
time,
absolutely
man.
But like 20 minutes, that's like
Yeah.
nothing.
And what ended up happening is the person that took me off the show absorbed my time, so he did 20, 25 minutes, and this show didn't go well.
They had 20, 25 minutes? That's a
He
stretch.
did,
I've
like,
done it
20,
before.
25.
Was
Yeah,
it-
he wasn't ready for it.
Well, I mean, because I've done 30 minutes in Hobbs, and it's not easy, bro.
Yeah, it's tough.
it's not easy, man.
Yeah, I've got. It's
Not for me.
For me, if the crowds knew I
For
can
me.
pull 30, 45,
Yeah,
I might have B minus hour.
yeah.
Right.
You got a very Snoop Dogg tone, delivery. You know, your bone very mellow.
It's because I was
like
born
it.
in '93.
Is that what it was?
Year-
I
year-
thought it
Now
had
you're
something to
born,
do
dude.
with
Bro, you're a golden rooster.
your business sense.
That's right.
Yeah.
Golden rooster.
That was a stupid joke.
No, you're
I'm
not
trying.
European being all that. Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
Like, I said business sense. His Snoop Dogg's business sense.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, because he's all brand, you know, and you're
Yeah.
trying. So.
I saw that asshole getting extensions the other day. I mean, he's got that. His hairline starts in the middle of his head. I mean, so
Right.
does mine. But I'm not trying to get some fucking extensions on my head.
Well, that's
No,
okay.
He
you
needs
just
to
look like
give up.
Mexican
Shave
Patrice with your hat.
No, well, yeah, but with on the look, I have like a Gorbachev
Look at-
style fucking
Yeah,
outline. Look at that shit, dude.
That's great.
My head's all fucked,
Bro,
man.
you look like you're gonna fuck some shit up. You
Yeah, I look
Cuban as
psycho.
fuck.
Yeah, well, Cuban, Puerto Rican, some type of speak down there. I don't fucking know.
Not
So-
Mexican. You look
No,
like
I don't. I never.
fucking-
People always assume I'm some other type of shit, and
Nah, that's not Mexican, man.
I
Fucking jeans are a
I
little
s-
further south.
I don't wear jeans. I wear sweats. So I said this before, and we had a DNA test. This is no joke. I have a joke about it, but that's stupid what I just said. Anyways,
No, I want to hear it.
it
What you
turns
did.
out that I am like 26%.
You're right. This is stupid.
It is retarded.
Wait,
Southern
this
European,
could-
Southern
no,
European,
no.
25% Native American.
Okay.
And
Just
I'm not
most
talking.
South American people.
Not like the feather Americans, like the South, the
Like
Incas,
Daniels,
the
the
Nahuatls,
Mexicans. Yeah.
the
The ones that
Incas,
drank
the
blood.
Aztecs, the ones that came over, got raped and conquered by the Spaniards. That's what
Oh,
I'm talking
fuck,
about,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
No,
And then-
that would apply to the feather
no,
ones as well.
No, that's part of the joke. That's part of okay.
That's not
The Spaniards,
100%, dude.
the Spaniards came over, conquered and raped all the Indians south of the border.
Right.
The white man, the Europeans came over and conquered and raped everybody north of the border. So it's two different types. So if you were European, the north of the border, and your family got raped by then, you get to wear turquoise and you get to go to college for free, right? If your family are part of the ones that got conquered and raped south of the border, well, you don't get shit, right? It's
Right.
just so.
You grow corn.
20 you eat a lot of tortillas in my
Chiclets. Get some
and
chiclets.
some bags of oranges. So then I'm also 14% or some shit Asian, some type of it's like West Indian and something else.
Is that
Really?
like 23andMe or something?
It was
that
it was
came
Damn.
it was it was National
Throwing a
Geographic.
fastball at you.
Then this is the one that surprised me the most.
Hold up, because I think you're over 100. No, I'm just playing.
I'm 100.
He's a smart guy.
You're 25.
I'm not
Southern
good with
European,
numbers.
25 Native American.
26 Southern European, 25 Native American. There was like 8% Indians, like with the dots. Then there was another one.
And then you're 97%.
And then the last, this is the one that surprised me the most, is 8% Central Western African.
Weird.
So my wife and I also did this Ancestry.com thing. So it turns out either my great grandpa went over to Puerto Rico, got him a Puerto Rican chick, brought her back, they have kids, and so there's
Like the
there was a kind of like that, but with Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. So, kind of, yeah. I can see where you're going with that. No spaghetti, more like fideo, you know. So,
How do you say God in Spanish?
Dios, right? So
Dios, papi.
that's exactly. I like that one, man. That's kind of a little bit more
Dios.
Dominican, but I get you with that. So there's like a 4% error rate on that.
Okay.
Even if that turns out, I'm still at least 4% black, right?
Okay.
So, which is the Puerto Rican side.
Uh-huh.
So how much of a percentage black do you have to be before you get to clean?
Black?
Yeah.
But like
Well, for
Puerto Rican
Paul's
black,
black.
is so
for
different.
I don't know what you guys thought he was.
but that's
Paul's been a
Paul's
nigger.
very-
that's what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm talking about. I was talking about. Okay, so why do all you got to be is a certain percentage of Native American
Right.
to go to
qualify.
college, right? You
Or
get some
to
money, you can prove it. You get to wear turquoise, you get to wear fringe leather vests and shit.
I would love to
I
meet,
didn't
as
know.
a side note, I'd love to meet one trucker that isn't at least 10% Cherokee. They all claim that they're Cherokee.
I had
Every
someone at
trucker
work,
I've ever met thinks
That
he's
is
Cherokee.
that's a stereotype I've yet to come across.
Uh-huh.
But
Dude,
you
you
know
ask
what?
a trucker if he's Cherokee.
We should do a little poll. Maybe go to the Flying J once a day
Are
for a
you a
month.
Cherokee?
And, yeah.
Dude, look at all the
Run
Indian
the
swag
numbers,
they have
bro.
hanging up in
That's true. That's true.
Every one of those sons of bitches has a dream catcher hanging up in his fucking truck.
I was telling
It's
that.
crazy.
I was talking to my supervisor and his
Have
boss.
you seen what they sell in those fucking truck stops? It's all
Meth
dream
and
catchers.
prostitutes.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Now, lot lizards are in the parking lot. Valid point, though.
What are they called? Lot
Lot
lizards?
lizards.
Lot
Yeah.
lizards, yeah.
I wish they were called like Lot Buffalo. You know, it fit the Cherokee
I
thing
like that.
better.
That's
I
the
like
one
that.
time that you find
I had a question about lot lizards. I think a lot lizard's job is more hazardous than a regular prostitute because
sure.
you think about the trucks running all the time. It's going to affect their hearing.
Yeah, yeah.
Them having to get in and out of the trucks all the
Knees,
time.
back.
Like their knees, their back.
Dude, and
Do
they don't have to go all that
insurance-
far. Like they don't have to like move nearly as much.
They
you know?
don't. But I believe it's more hazardous than a regular prostitute because
More
of
encounters.
the ears, the loud noise,
Yeah.
the trucks. They idle. It's loud, man. And then the going in and out of the truck.
It's true.
That hurts.
Also,
It takes a toll on
what
your
kind of
knees,
food
man.
y'all eating, you know?
Right, exactly. It's all fast food, truck stops of Cheetos.
That's true.
Hot
They
Cheetos
need
at
to
the Mexican
unionize.
kids.
We need to
Donut
unionize the
sticks.
lot lizards.
I would think their job is more hazardous. That's just me.
I think they need better working conditions. Like I think we need to make the truckers all take showers before.
that's not
You
gonna
know what I
It's
mean?
a must.
That's not
it's
gonna
a must
happen.
to shower. No, come on.
It's not gonna
A
happen.
shower?
No, not with truck drivers.
With
Not,
water? Okay.
when I started in the oil field in 2011 with Halliburton,
Uh-huh.
we would shoot for 100 hours. So our first week out there, we were shooting for 100 hours just out there. So we would sleep in the trucks. Some of them had a sleeper. I slept in the front seat, put a pillow and another bag in there,
As
and
you
I
do.
slept in the front. Then the guy who was training me on the on how to run the pump, he was a Mexican dude, almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So I slept in the front. So while we were out there for that week, we would whore bath it up. Wipies, man. Wipies
Oh,
with
that's
everything.
what that is.
Wipies, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
gotcha.
balls, butthole, everything, bro. You gotta use some motherfucker over and over again, man. Then I knew.
We're learning some
Act
great
that out,
shit.
act that
Story time with.
Well, so let me tell you another story about wipies, right? So I take a massive shit, right?
So do you have a preference?
For what, wipes?
Yeah.
I like the Walmart stuff. I don't want to go with that Huggy stuff. That Huggy stuff, it's gonna do the same job, but you're gonna pay $1 more for Huggies. So
Got it.
fuck it, just give me the Walmart.
It's a little softer.
It is. I'm not saying it's not.
Marginally.
I'm not saying it's not.
Okay.
But
It's
for what I need to do, I mean, my butthole's not soft. I got a rough butthole, bro.
Sure.
You feel it. It's like
Paul's got a
sandpaper,
butthole
man.
like sandpaper. Yep.
Fuck yeah, bro.
You gotta
You got,
sand.
I can sound down these chairs for you if you need me to. Let me whittle down this stuff for you. You throw a piece of wood in there, I'll get you.
You start twerking and your wife brings the woodwork up.
You give me a piece of wood, I'll pop you out a
so
flute.
soft. Paul's asshole's like a lathe.
You ever need a fire started?
So the urinal or the porta potty was all the way on the other side.
Uh-huh.
So this was nighttime. I go behind the company man's trailer out there in the middle of nowhere, and I use the back of the water tank to take a shit to like a chair. So I'm squatted down and I'm dropping some fucking heat, man. Just boom, boom, dropping that shit like Nolan Ryan. So once I'm wiping. It's like I can't wipe enough. It's like I'm wiping. It's still dirty. Wipey after wipey after wipey. And as I'm squatting, I'm dumping the wipey. So I squat, wipe, throw it. Squat, wipe, throw it.
Yeah.
So as I'm finished, man,
That's
I feel wore out, right? And my butthole doesn't have the same elasticity as it used to, right? So
Sure.
I'm like, oh man. So I'm stumbling back to the truck.
Got a dry hole.
It's moist. It's moist now because the wipes give that moistness. Then later on, you gotta take it.
Uncomfortable with moistness.
Right. Then later on, you gotta take a paper towel. if
Well,
you
but
want
that's
to
not
wipe
a
it up.
moist
Yeah,
hole.
yeah,
What that
dry
is
up.
a dry hole that you've put liquid on top of.
Well,
it's
let's
not
not-
a moist hole.
That's valid.
Very
Right.
different.
Let's not get into
That's why
semantics
it's
here, all right? Let's not get into semantics here about buttholes, man. Buttholes.
SeaWorld's in San Antonio. That doesn't
not
mean
a
San
wall,
Antonio.
That's true.
So then as I'm
Butthole's not a butthole.
watching.
Sometimes a
18,
butthole can
man.
be a butthole. You know?
You know,
Totally
buttholes
different.
have evolved.
So I'm walking around the way to the truck, and I pass this mesquite bush. It's a pretty big mesquite bush. And that's where I was throwing the wipes, right, in that
Yeah.
direction. Those shitty wipes are decorating that mesquite bush like a Christmas tree. I'm glad we finished that job that night because if that company man would have gone around, he'd have seen a big ass mesquite bush decorated with shitty wipes, bro.
What the
Man,
hell's going on out here? The coyotes wiping?
when did they become so hygienic?
and
Damn, dude.
Christian.
Wiping your ass on
Celebrating
fucking-
shitness with the.
Oh man, dude, I learned a lot. With Halliburton for almost 2 years, but I'll never go back to not never, but it was taking out there whore bathing it for a week at a time, man. That's rough stuff, bro.
Yeah, man, that's
Survivor
tough.
shit.
I don't know if I could do that.
The money, I mean, it was good money. Damn good money, but you're out there. You're putting in 100 the first week, shut for 122nd week, and we got paid for our third week off, but they did away with all that when the oil crashed. But
It's nice while it lasted.
So,
Yeah.
World of Beer? How do you think that went?
good question.
Yeah. Dog, that thing was amazing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
in there.
Yes, for sure. I thought I had a good time,
Uh-huh.
but I'm gonna rewind to the wet wipes real quick.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's back
Go
up.
break it
Come
down.
back to
Let's
this.
talk about buttholes.
Let's talk about this. I don't know about the hole itself. I don't know if we need it in this situation, but I want to use wet wipes all the time. And it's because my uncle asked me a question one time, and it ruined toilet paper for me. Now, is it realistic that I use wet wipes all the time? Absolutely not. I use toilet paper
Yeah.
You can get a bidet.
98% of the
Lowe's.
time. At Lowe's, I thought you had to go to France.
No, you can just buy it, put it on your thing, spray your butt.
Holy
Perfect.
moly. So
Works
that might be
nice.
great.
Yeah, it's
but my
portable.
uncle asked me, if you got poop on your arm,
Yeah.
would you just wipe it off
Mm.
and then
Oh, hell no.
go back? Right, you would wash
Fuck
it.
no, you wash that shit.
So why not wet wipe every time, right?
So you sanitize your asshole?
I don't know. You sound.
Is
y'all
there
s-
holes? Is there
Y'all
holes
sound
in this
fucking
theory?
spoiled to me. That's what y'all sound like. Y'all sound like a bunch
So,
of
so
spoiled.
you know what you sound like? You
Spoiled ass
sound like
motherfuckers.
somebody who puts poo-poo on their hand and wipes it off with a dry ass.
Yeah, you
paper
sound like a
towel.
motherfucker that wipes his ass with wipies and then throws it on a mesquite bush.
Yeah.
If you don't have poo poo on your hand, I don't want to fucking do business with you, man. That's gotta look about
No,
y'all.
this is what I do. You know how some people
Yeah.
spit on their hands and then shake? Paul likes to wipe his ass and then shake.
Shake it up.
That's how he knows you're trustworthy.
There was another time in Florida, man. I have a lot of shit stories, I guess. Another time in Florida, so I was in the military. My homeboy Feasel, I call him. I never call him homeboy, but he's a white dude, so I don't know if he's a homeboy because when I say homeboys, that was here in Lubbock, Texas, Southside 40th Avenue J. All them dudes, but
Represent.
even in the holla. So even in the military, I still call him my homeboy. I don't know. So I got a friend named Feasel, Christopher Feasel, still in the military. He went to his apartment when he first got his apartment. We were 21, man. He's like, "Hey, dude, come by my apartment." I went there with my ex-wife, my daughter, and my car got towed because there's parking designations at apartments, right? I didn't know that. I never lived in an apartment at that time. So my car got towed. It was $200. I'm pissed off. These little girls say, "Your car got towed." We go get the money, and on the way up there, I'm just so pissed. I'm like, I fucking hate this dude. It was some hillbilly redneck dude.
Yeah.
And my homeboy says, "Hey, wipe your ass with that money." And it was sweaty and humid in Fort Walton Beach, right? Where we were at. So I'm like, fuck that, dude. So I did. So
Okay.
I'm in the front seat. I was thinner. It was like 175 pounds of beef, right? So I stand up, I pull my pants down, and I take the 20s. It was crisp, dude. So I took each 20. And
No, we
dude,
need
it
to
was,
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. It wasn't
Things
comfortable. It
important.
wasn't comfortable.
Sure.
I bet you I cut my fucking butt cheeks.
Right,
Chris
paper
I was
cuts
cutting
on
it.
the bottom.
I wiped
Right.
every single fucking one. And this is before hand sanitizer was a thing in the cars, and this is 1990. This is like 2000, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. We were men. That's what we were. So, faggots around here. So then we get there. I get there, I knock on the dude's house.
Men
and
wipe
it was-
20s.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Y'all sissies
You ain't
using
gonna wipe your
wipes.
ass with no money.
There you
You
go.
ain't no
Fucking
real thing.
pansy
Never been
ass.
fucked over.
Yeah.
So
You don't know what it's like in the streets.
I get to the door, and I knock on it, and this is big ass country hillbilly, man.
Cool.
Well, no, over there they were rednecks. They were the type of Dale Earnhardt. They have white Velcro shoes
Right.
and skinny ass Wranglers. That's the type of redneck that was over there
Yeah,
in Fort
that's
Walton
An
Beach.
accurate.
That's what they wore, right?
Because hillbilly is more like Georgian.
Yeah. No, these
Yeah,
motherfuckers
hills.
were redneck. Tight Dale
Appalachian
Earnhardt
Mountain.
T-shirt, tight ass Wranglers with
Beard.
some Velcro white shoes. Yeah, and a baseball cap.
Yeah.
So he answered the door.
Keen decals on his car.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I'm sure you.
And I already got into it a little bit with this dude, so I give him the money. And this dude, I give him the stack of money, puts it in his hand, and after every one, he licks his thumb. And he counts. I'm not fucking with y'all, man. And I was looking at that, oh man, I was like, fuck yeah, fuck you, man, fuck you. He gave me the keys, went on about my business. I won that one. Yeah, I lost $200, but I came out on top.
Wow.
Fuck that dude and his shitty ass tongue.
So that was
That's
10,
the way I
that
was.
was 10 20s.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's all
10
20.
times he took a little
Yeah.
piece of your shit,
Yep.
stuck it in
Yep.
his mouth.
Because they were crisp, they were new. You know,
and
they're still
not
gonna stick together.
once he thought, this tastes a little tangy.
Yeah.
Nah, you know
Maybe
what?
he did think it.
Maybe he enjoyed it. I
It
don't know.
wasn't tangy enough.
Maybe he was adding to the other shit on his tongue. Maybe he was just eating out his dog's asshole before I opened the door.
So-
I don't know.
Were there flecks of black shit on it, or was it
No.
like not?
No, it was just
noticeable?
sweaty ass, dude.
Oh, okay,
It was sweaty ass.
you had a clean sheet.
No, I'm not gonna say it was
But
clean.
there's
I'm not gonna say it was
still
clean.
fecal
But I'm gonna
matter.
say it was
A
sweaty.
marginal amount of
studies.
fecal matter.
Where were you?
Fort Walton Beach, Florida. You know it's humid as
In,
fuck over
in,
there.
in, in what year
This is like 2000, 2001, 2000.
2001.
What were you paying for again?
Paying for my car. He towed my car from a parking spot.
Oh, okay. What was the lot?
I don't. What do you mean the lot?
Or what was the tow?
Is that your family? You got family over there? Was that your dad? You motherfucker. Kendall, was that your dad?
If you worked in the towing industry in Florida, just in general, in the year 2000,
You asshole.
you need to go
Yeah.
to the doctor
Yeah,
and
I've got
get
AIDS.
your tongue cleaned.
Yeah, I got butt
Now.
AIDS.
Yeah. If you have ass AIDS on the taste buds.
Fort Palm Beach, Florida.
You want to know something? This 10 years. Either that shit's dormant as fuck or that guy's dead. One of the two. He died.
Yeah.
There's no way there's not going to be any ramifications
And he
for
still
taking
has that-
shit and licking it off your thumb
Just
10
can't do
times.
that.
He still has that
No way.
Earnhardt T-shirt on. I'm willing to bet he still got that Earnhardt T-shirt.
Probably the
man.
same one, never
Not
changed.
Junior.
No, it was senior. No, junior.
Yeah.
Junior
That's
was
OG.
clear. They don't do all that.
No.
Not over there. No, it was senior, bro.
It's hardcore.
SR. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it, man.
I had a buddy who the day Dale Earnhardt. No, who's the other one? Jeff Gordon. He died.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Jeff Gordon didn't die.
Oh,
No, was it-
who's the other one? It's Dale
Earnhardt.
Earnhardt.
Senior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're seeing
He
it.
wrecked.
Yeah, and died.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Wrecked him.
day after that, or the day that happened, or whatever, my friend Tyler, his dad, found out that happened and pulled him out of school and took him to get some ice cream
Wow.
because Dale Earnhardt had died.
Wow.
That's not the most
Ooh,
country.
man.
Well, I don't know why I would bring up
So do you-
9/11.
Yeah, no, he kept him in school for 9/11, but Dale.
They always pulled him out
on
for it.
Dale, yeah.
It's a big deal, dude.
So, do you go
Big
see your
deal.
friend at his parents' house still?
No, we
Dude,
weren't that
the
kind
next
of
time a NASCAR athlete died, I bet you're like, fuck, we're going over to that place now, right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Meal.
fucking ice cream.
All right, man. Enough about buttholes. I gotta. Well, not enough, but we can get on some more
I
buttholes.
think this might be my exit.
You came with an agenda.
I got a question. Huh?
Okay.
Daniel's
No,
out.
go
I
for
gotta
it.
go.
What you gonna say?
Take a
easy,
cig
dude.
break?
Take a
Oh,
shit.
I don't know. You want a cigarette break?
Sit again.
Can I do 5 minutes for a cig
Yeah,
break?
sure. Go ahead.
All right, cigarette break. Be back with some butthole stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
I can't.
I'll be black.
I'm gonna leave.
Go ahead.
All right, we're back.
That's how I was, when I first met Kendall goes up to backstage and what's that song, man, that they do in the Fake Running Man too? Yeah. I think yeah. So Kendall goes up there doing the Fake Running Man. Oh man, that's beautiful. I just boned up. So Kendall goes up there doing that.
That's an old expression, boned up.
So
What did you say?
I
You just said
I
he
just
just
boned
boned up.
So Kendall,
Grandpa Arias just said he
Kendall-
boned up.
so Kendall.
I just got a jelly in my pants.
I just boned.
So Kendall says something. He goes up there. He does a dance. He does his whole set. He does his whole set. And for some reason, I don't know what had happened. I don't know if I was coming down, you were going up. I don't know if something happened right there. I'm like, this motherfucker. So I told you, what did I call you? I said something. I yelled out "Sideshow Bob," or you look like
pretty
what did I say? You look like
Sideshow
a
Bob.
biracial Sideshow Bob.
Right.
And you're on stage, and you told me shut up or something. You Mexican. that
Cartman.
No.
What do you say,
The
Cartman?
fat dude from American Idol.
Ruben Studdard.
Ruben Studdard. He said you look like a fat Ruben. You look like a Mexican Ruben Studdard. Because I had the white hat on. The white.
I don't remember that, but good
Oh,
observation.
fuck!
Kendall.
And my cousin was there. My other cousin was there, and
Probably.
they all were laughing. And I was quiet, and I started laughing too. I'm like, this motherfucker got me. This motherfucker got me.
Gotcha,
This
dude.
motherfucker got me, man. So for like,
Sometimes I do.
I wanted to,
Sometimes I do.
I wanted that next week. I had a whole bunch of shit. Like, all right, I'm gonna see this motherfucker. So I'm ready.
Roast for me and
I'm ready. I know, I
you
did.
know,
For a week, I was planning on this shit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this motherfucker.
Well,
I'm gonna
they
get this
always say that's what the good comics do. They leave and then they write all the jokes.
And
they
I-
should have said the back.
and I didn't see him for almost a year, until not too long ago. And I told you about it. I don't remember me telling you about it. I'm like, this is the nicest motherfucker. How can I say? I didn't know him. I just know he called me a Mexican Ruben Studdard. You know, like, this motherfucker got me.
You said the Sideshow Bob thing, man.
Said you
I'm not-
biracial Sideshow Bob. And he's like, you
not
Mexican
bad.
Ruben Studdard. You're on stage, man. I'm like,
It
this
works,
motherfucker-
dude.
This motherfucker,
Seriously.
this motherfucker got me. But I
Dude,
went.
You gotta go for the low stuff.
I
if
went.
you're writing a roast, it's gotta be immediately observable. like you've got to be able to fucking know that without having to go through the deep tracks on something.
Yeah.
You know what I
Unless
mean?
you've got somebody famous like
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Justin Bieber, they were able to make jokes about his delinquency or his, bad behavior because all of the world knew about his bad behavior.
Yeah,
Whereas
right.
if I went up there and was like, yeah, Paul wipes his ass with 20s and feeds them.
Oh,
to
yeah.
people.
Make that range when it's
Yeah. People would be like,
Ass 20s.
you know what? You know what? That one might actually work. I might be able to say. I might
It's
be
so
able to
crazy.
say, yo, Paul looks like he wipes his ass with 20s, doesn't he? No, I'm just calling you rich.
Big money.
Yeah.
It's I can't. I feel like whenever people are around me, it's like whenever I say when it's like you're asking me to fuck with me. Hey, Paul, make fun of me. That's what I hear. It's
Right.
like even though you said, hey, how are you doing? I'm not hearing that. I'm hearing you tell me to make fun of the way I look. That's what I hear, right?
Paul, that is called being a bully.
Nice to meet you, Paul.
I'm the most unathletic, unintimidating bully ever. I just,
If the word hello inspires
yeah.
hateful speech.
Oh man, that's just humor, is what I call
Yeah,
it.
that's true. It's usually
That's the
funny.
funniest shit.
You
I
say,
love that's the
you say
funniest
hateful,
shit.
I say it's humor.
Right.
It's what brings us together.
Bullies
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
funniest niggas.
Speaking of deep tracks, World of Beer and Drowning on Stage. How do you jump off that, right? I'm talking about, I can't remember his name. That's how, unmemorable it was. It was like watching someone hang
You're just here to just do
I like it, man.
That's what you
I
want
like
to do.
it. Random thoughts. I
And
like it. Jack,
here's the thing.
Jack
Here's the thing
Daniels.
you need to remember about World of Beer. The thing about it is, it can be really hard because what you have to do is you got to just go for the fucking joke. You have to find the meanest punchline possible and throw it out every fucking time.
But it took
right?
him 5 minutes to come out with what he was saying. He had to explain it.
Well, and his style of comedy would work better, I think, inside of a different environment, and it just wasn't the crowd that was there came to see fucking mean jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wasn't selling that. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, that was incredibly mean. That hurt me as your friend.
And-
I was
Can
like,
I
why
have
the fuck
those?
are you talking about
Is
this?
it the shit, bro?
Thank you
Take one.
so much. My breath.
Yeah.
Breath savers saved my breath, and now I
Yeah,
owe them
here you go,
my
man.
breath.
Here, maybe it'll clean up your add-ins, whatever you're contributing
I'm
to the
not
conversation.
professional.
I'm fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you, bro.
No,
We're not
professional.
professional. We're amateur, bro.
Wait,
Amateur
so
shit.
you suck? No, I'm just
Nah, that's fucked up. I don't even want to ask. And I'm not. I'm a nice asshole,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you see someone who's genuinely having a rough time, you don't want to fucking
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Why the fuck would you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad enough.
Yeah, it already sucks. Because I remember, one time I went up backstage. I had such a bad set, right? I got 0 laughs the whole time, right? And then when I left, I fucking dropped the mic on the, literally dropped the mic stand. Fucking knocked it over. Caleb came over, gave me a hug as I
Damn,
was walking off
damn.
stage. Because it was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so that definitely supports what you were saying.
So
Don't
fucking
shit
bad.
on somebody when they're doing bad, but I don't know if I want a nigga to come give me a hug either.
Hug time.
If I
I'm gonna
get
hug this dude next time he gets out the fucking
If I get on stage
Honestly-
and somebody just brings it in, I'm like,
That
oh
was
man,
the-
my life is going real bad.
That was the only laugh I got the whole night. So
Was
for
that?
me, yes, that was the only laugh I got
Man,
the
that's sad,
whole
man.
night. But I left and I did some soul searching and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, a joke needs a punchline. You know, I can't.
God is real.
Walked away, wrote my first funny joke,
Yeah.
went on stage, and then the next week got a big laugh. And I was like, oh, if I write lots of jokes that have punchlines,
Yeah.
then I'll get a laugh. You know,
Punchlines help.
they do, man.
I'm not gonna
Just
shit on
people
someone-
something to grab onto.
I'm not gonna shit on someone when I'm on stage, man. I'm just not. Like the other day with Miguel, we were outside and I didn't recognize him. Were you there outside whenever I walked up? Miguel was outside. He didn't have his cap on. I didn't recognize him, and I just got there to the lantern, and I said, hey, what's up, talking to everyone. And I'm fixing to go in. I'm like, oh, damn, Miguel, I didn't recognize you, man. Where's your cap at? And he says, I didn't wear it. I wore a toboggan. And I look at his head, right? His hair.
Yeah.
He said, I wore a toboggan or I wore a beanie.
Yeah.
I said, damn, you should probably put that on. And I walk inside, right? It's just my
Yeah.
observation. Damn, put that on. If you saw me without a hat, I hope
It's
you
also
can
the
say
dad
something.
in you. You know what I mean?
I guess, put
yeah.
that on, dude. You look horrible,
Right.
man. But you don't have to say it. It's just like, damn, you should probably put it on.
Right.
Probably put it on. Just try to help him out, man.
You can say things in a way that's considerate. You know what I mean? Give people a tip.
Hey, but
Keep trying.
Caleb and them were like, "Dang, Paul, you just got here. You haven't even walked in the door."
I feel like with small corrections, you can say things that are polite and fix the problem.
Sure.
Like, hey man, you have a little something on your face.
Right,
On
yeah.
a low key, but like a little something on your face is very temporary, as opposed to walking up and being like, hey man, you kind of got a shitty hairline. I don't
Yeah.
know. If you wanna
I don't know.
cover that up.
I heard
or-
someone say a long time ago that if you tell someone, "Hey, you don't look so good today," you're basically telling them to look like shit. So I just jump right to it. Damn, bro, you look like shit today. There's a cook at Garcia's. I used to manage at Garcia's and go to school at the same time. And so this cook, every time I go like, "Damn, Nick, man, why'd your breath smell like caca, dude?" He's like, "Oh man, I just got through smoking." So I started calling him caca breath, man. And he installs fences now. So he put up a fence over at my new house, and I call him up and say, "Caca breath." He's like, "Hey, what's up, Paul?" I don't give a fuck, man. That's what you are. Maybe it's part of the Mexican because if you're fat, we call you gordo. If you're thin, I don't know what it is, man. But it's like whatever you are is what I want to call you, right? And so they call me same thing. I don't give a fuck. When I was in the military, they call me Adidas, Aziz, Mexican, Pancho, Paco, Mexican. They didn't even call me Mexican. It was Mexican, right? Whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll answer you, bro. So
I don't care
I just
either.
want to throw
It's
the
all
same thing
humor.
out there. I don't. It's funny, and I don't
Dude,
think they were
it's
trying. I don't think they were trying to be funny, but it was funny to me, so I was throwing it back at them.
Right.
I was
Well,
joking.
and I think for most cultures, that's kind of the way it is, right? Like if you're in a fucking position where you're different, like something's gonna be said about it. Like so,
Yeah.
when I was in Mexico City with my father-in-law, we were eating at this restaurant, and like he looked up, and there's a hole like in the fucking ceiling where Pancho Villa shot a fucking hole in the ceiling when he rode his horse in, you know. And he looks at me dead in the eyes, and he says, "How does it feel to be in the place where they cut the ears off the fucking gringos?"
I want.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Were you like,
This is
I wish
news to
somebody
you."
would cut my ears off so I didn't have to hear you ask that, granddad.
Well, the thing about it to me was like, oh fuck, this is what it feels like to be like for two
Minority.
tiny fucking seconds of my life. This is what it feels like to be a minority. Right?
So did you wipe your ass with every pencil that you left for a tip?
My white privilege only goes so far, right?
And
I didn't think I was gonna run out of white privilege. I thought that shit was gonna follow me around for forever.
it goes so far south of the equator, and then you are.
Then you're just normal. You're
turns out it was just
fucking another minority, dude.
Yeah.
Turns out it was just a termite hole in there, man. So
Hey, but those termites.
don't turn my to
racist.
Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll
They hate
fuck
white
your
people.
wood up.
Exactly.
let me ask you this question.
No.
I always hear. Thank you. Talk about racism and termites. My brother-in-law says about
Talking about racism and
No,
termites.
yeah.
racism and termites, right? So
Alright,
that's a good
totally
segue. So it's like the same coin, different side, right? Let me like that segue better.
This is what we call a joke so funny segue. Please continue.
So
We can
with
still hear you
with that, he was.
No,
My
but it
brother-in-law-
can definitely hear you better when you get a little closer like this. And it's more sensual, you know?
Love that.
When you
Boned
talk
up,
to them
let me
like
feel
this,
sexy.
when you talk to the people like this, ooh,
Take that. Take
I
that,
want it
take
right
that.
in their ear holes.
Bad boy. Take that. $20 bill.
I want them to put it in my ear holes.
Money on your ass.
Take that.
You hear my niggas freestyling in the background?
I told you that we don't.
Every time I get to talking sexy, every time I get to talking sexy, my niggas get to freestyling, beatboxing, baby. I'm feeling sexy. And that's why my niggas going off in the background, cause I'm talking sexy.
So termites.
Wow, that was fire. That was Lit Fam 420.
I think it was good. I can't
I
wait
like
to
it.
jack off.
I like
to
that, man. Boom. Okay, I was gonna talk about
Racist termites.
talking about racist termites.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you this. I saw you used to work at Home Depot, D27 Associate, huh?
That's me.
I was an assistant store manager in Hobbs, New Mexico.
Nice.
What store were you at?
I was at 505.
The one over.
Yeah, it's the one over that's off the loop.
Yeah.
Fucking and slide. It's Old People Home Depot.
Yeah, that one. Sylvia.
Yeah.
So I used
I
to-
remember.
Home Depot and Hobbs was rough, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Man, it's our store was staffed for 120 something people. We had 60 something when I started.
Yeah.
And I thought it was Mexican here, right? I'm Mexican over in Love in Hobbs. I'm not Mexican. They don't consider.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't consider.
Well,
me
New Mexico Mexican and Texas Mexican are very different, as well as like Californian Mexican. Those are all they're very different
Yeah,
things.
those
You know?
motherfuckers are straight from. They're from Ojinaga. They're from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and they're a lot of them are first generation. Now we'll talk to them. I would ask, they needed some help asking Spanish. I tell them I don't speak Spanish fluently, but I can help them tell them that in Spanish. And then they would look at me and tell me, go get me someone who can speak Spanish, right?
Oh,
so
shit.
so that's so I'm like I'm a second class citizen.
Yeah.
I'm Mexican
That's
because they
not
don't
very
even consider me Mexican. Like I said, they think I'm Puerto Rican. They think I'm some
Right.
other shit. But
Well, you have some black.
yeah, well, yeah, 8%, 4% minimum,
Yeah,
right?
80%.
So I don't know where the zero's at. Might be in front, might be in back. But I just saw that D27 as I was did. I was over the lumber from hardware to all that stuff. I just saw that on your Facebook and all.
Yeah, man, that's where I was for a while. It was a weird fucking gig. It was nice though. I'd bring in my fucking like phone and stuff, and like if there's no one there, I'd work. I used to work in electrical, so they had like a nice desk.
Yeah.
Pull your books out and fucking
Yeah.
study for a while.
That's funny.
It's all right. I used to ride the carts around. We used to have cart races outside in the lot. It was pretty tight.
And this is when you were in high school.
No, this was like
You gotta be 18 to work
college.
there.
Like I was like probably
You're
19,
22.
20.
How old are you?
24.
24? You got offended at 22.
Yeah, this is how you know you're young.
How old are you, Kendall? You don't mind me asking?
24.
No, y'all are fucking. How old are you, dude?
28.
That's right.
All of a sudden, Paul
legit.
feels so old.
That's legit.
Part
That's
of his
legit.
soul just died.
That's legit. Now, that was been dead, man.
That was great. That was really
That
great.
died a long time ago. 22. Fuck, man.
Yeah, how young are you?
39, bro. I just turned 39, man. My oldest daughter's 21. She'll be 22 in
Damn, no
September.
way.
Yeah.
So is
No.
so okay. And you're married and shit too, right?
Yeah, I got married, 4 kids.
How long ago did you get married?
I got married in 17 in high school, bro. My ex-wife, I got married and we graduated. I'm an IDS, so she was an IDS. She graduated before I did because her name started with an A, and then mine's P-Y-A, Paul Y IDS, and
Huh.
joined the military right afterwards. And then
How long were you in the military?
I did 4 years active, got out
Holy shit.
for a little bit. Then I did then I did active reserve till 2007.
Wow. Where were you? Iraq, Afghanistan?
I was an even tougher place, man. Southside San Antonio, bro. It
Damn.
was rough, bro.
Damn, bro.
It was rough. My dad.
You got PTSD?
Oh snap, man! Yeah, there was a lot of drugs over there too, bro. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know the new drug vernacular. So
PTSD? Yeah, that's potent.
yeah, potent time, potent Tide, but
Yeah, exactly.
Potent tasty
potent Tide
stardust.
cereal, syrup.
Potent tasty stardust.
Tasty Stardust.
Yeah, man, a lot of things.
PTSD.
I just did my time in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and then San Antonio, Kelly Air Force Base, Kelly, USA. But I went overseas. I went to like Germany, Italy, and went to Puerto Rico. That was cool. Giant floating tumbleweed. Those motherfuckers. I don't know why they wave that flag around everywhere. The fuck back over there. Let's see.
I don't know what just happened.
Let's
That's
see.
all of that.
Oh, because where I was at, these Puerto Ricans wave their flag all the fucking time.
Oh,
man.
really?
Yeah, all the
Puerto
time.
Ricans
over
are pretty patriotic, huh?
there. I guess. Well, I mean,
Colonialism will do that to you.
it's what do you say?
Colonialism will
That's
do that.
funny. I guess, man. I don't know, dude. I just got tired of Puerto Ricans while I was in Florida, bro.
Really?
And I get tired of people thinking I'm Puerto Rican too, man.
Yeah, you do look Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Maybe if you
Thank
took
you,
your
I guess.
fedora off,
Then I look like Gorbachev. I
Yeah,
look like,
then you look like a Russian.
All of a sudden, you look like fucking.
How do
You look like a Mexican that's running a fucking Soviet bloc nation.
yeah, I wish, damn it.
How do you look Puerto Russian, bro? You know what I mean?
Puerto Russian.
It's that little bit of Asian. That's not 10% fucking Asian.
San Juan was
crossover.
nice though, man. So anyways, that's the stuff I did. My dad used to say that I enabled a man who enabled a man who enabled a man who enabled a man to shoot the gun, right? So that's what my dad said
Okay.
about I worked on the AC-130 gunships. I was armament system specialist. I was a 105 mil, 40 mil, and 25 millimeter Gatling gun.
Wow.
So we maintained those gun systems, and then when I went to reserves, I just worked with a lot of active duty assholes, and I watched like Judge Joe Brown all day and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Man, I didn't do anything. I just waited till 3 o'clock, then went down to Riverwalk with my cousins, and that's it, man.
That's all right.
But
Tax dollars well spent.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you're supposed to maintain a certain 10% of whatever equipment. If you only have 10 bomb racks, and for that month, you only got to inspect one of those, and that
Sure.
was what I did. So
That's all right.
it was chill,
Yeah,
man.
that's wonderful.
It was chill. So I
My
still
brother was in the
What was
Army.
Yeah.
what was that like?
You have a twin brother?
Yeah.
How old is he? 24.
What's it like fucking getting married at 17? Like, how was that?
I just thought that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know, man. I'm Mexican,
Okay,
bro.
so you guys have been like, Were you guys
How
just
many
like sweethearts or
kids
like?
did y'all have before that?
Yeah, I had one in high school. So it was right after we had my daughter, we got married. But I met my ex-wife when I was in the 7th grade, man. My cousin introduced us right before they were going to this club called West LA, which was for West Lubbock area. And people started, I don't know why the fuck y'all laugh at that. That's so stupid. It's what it was.
That's so
it was
fucking
West
funny.
Lubbock area, motherfucker.
West
You
LA.
always laugh. People always laugh at this shit. It was West LA.
Hey, where you at, bro?
Well, West LA.
West
I knew y'all fuckers would laugh.
God.
He's serious. It was
That
West
does sound
LA.
like a bar that would have existed in Lubbock in the early
West
2000s.
LA, man. It was.
With just a bunch of cholos and cowboy boots.
You know where Robin's Nest is at over
Yeah.
there? It was right across the street where the loop is going through.
Some
No way.
country cholo shit. I could
Yeah,
see
country
like
cholo shit.
a flannel shirt
Yeah.
under some overalls with the top.
It was hood, man. It was some shootings there, bro. There was.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. It was West LA. It was back whenever gangs were
Potato
big.
guns.
It was all types of stuff, man. We left our tractors outside, bro. We couldn't take them in. I mean, you'd be
Low
surprised
rider
what you can fit.
tractors around
You'd be
there.
surprised what you can fit in some overalls, man. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, big pieces.
Oshkosh,
And
man.
some oranges if you need
holla.
to make some.
And the chiclets, you had pockets for
Yeah.
days, son.
So many dollars.
I love the overalls. Love the overalls.
You can feel like $720 ass dollars in there.
Yo, I got
Crazy.
some overalls that I got from Forever 21. They
Oh.
were like $20.
They're back in.
And they make me look like a goddamn pop star. I'll tell you what.
Nice.
So I
Do you
can't
wear 'em
ever
with,
wear them
like,
on
the
stage.
strap?
You can wear them now, man. Forever 24, right?
Sometimes when I feel like Chance the Rapper. What'd you
Nice.
I said you can wear them now, right? Forever 24.
say? Yeah, that's.
You see that joke? He was, yeah.
Nah, fuck y'all.
I'm not
Sucking
21
nut.
anymore. Yours is Forever 39.
Mine is forever, never. Unless they come out, with some sweatpant overalls. I ain't wearing shit, man.
I think once
Almost
you get
assisted
past
living.
a certain age, it's gotta be they gotta change it forever to temporary. So you're temporarily
Rarely
alive.
21.
Oh man, I'm feeling you, dude. That shit sucks, man. Growing old is especially if you're
It's not
fat.
fun, huh?
It's
No.
super sucking.
I've never.
Let's redo high school.
My wife, whenever she says, "So you're going to go do comedy like that?" I was going, "What I would fucking wear, man? Sweats? I wearing basketball shorts."
Right, right.
I'm like, who am I gonna impress? Nowhere that I'm gonna walk in, someone's gonna be like, "Dang, I like what that fat motherfucker's wearing." You know? No, I'm thinking it's like, look at this fat Mexican right here, this stupid hat. If I want to impress you, it's gonna be with my bullshit ability, my talking, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not gonna be with what I'm wearing. It's not gonna
Right,
be with the
right.
stupid shit I'm wearing. So I don't
I don't
give
know.
a shit
Sometimes I
about all
look at fucking fat comedians and I'm kind of like, shit. They already start out with personality points. You know what I mean? Like when people look at you, oh, you're gonna be funny. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking you
Yeah.
have that thing that you can already carry. Like,
It's true. I think fat guys and redheads
Yes.
typically have like a predisposition, or
Yeah.
I have a predisposition that they're gonna be funny.
yeah, I do
People
too.
with curly afros, like white people with afros.
Jufros.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly.
It's even
Funny
when I was thinner.
characteristic, big noses.
Even when I was thinner, I was a
Something
shit
that sticks
talker,
out
man.
a little bit.
Yeah,
I've always talked shit. Have you always talked
black
shit?
skin. What?
Have you always talked
That's
shit?
helpful.
Stutters, yes.
Or just a
and
weird
no.
voice. Just like a high pitched
That's
voice
valid.
or a voice
Crazy
that's too
voices
low.
are funny.
Have y'all always been shit talkers?
Elastic faces.
Me, no. I didn't talk shit for a long time. I grew up super conservative, so most of my life was spent like just don't say anything bad,
Oh.
right? But I swung real hard the other way, and now I just am a potty mouth.
You?
Yeah, you're terrible.
Same thing? You shit talker? You're mellow, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That seems pretty chill.
Honestly, I didn't okay, so I went to school with a lot of Caucasian people, only Caucasian people.
No,
Until, yeah, because I don't want to call y'all crackers.
Yeah. Mexicans fall under Caucasian too, though.
Oh, really?
Well, it's the three major races, right? There you got, well, four really, including the Aborigines. You've got black, you've got Asian, and then you've got Caucasian. And Mexicans fall under the Caucasian. Am I right? Right?
Well, you gotta check
I
that
don't know.
double thing, right?
You know the number of times I've had
For
to
kids?
select my race on something? Like maybe 3 times. Like tops. Like that's such a people argue so much over that, but it's never like anything you have to actually do. You know?
Yeah.
It's so rare.
I always just put other
Yeah.
or
Other things.
multiple races.
Right.
But this is where they confuse me. They say, "Are you Hispanic?" Because if you're Hispanic, then, well, if you're black, you can't be. You know what? Never mind.
No, break it down.
critiquing myself now. See, that's what
Yeah,
happened.
you already lost.
So this is.
I'm done. That's why I don't have a job.
I want
So how does our government know how many, like, black, Hispanic, Caucasian people there
I think they look at your Google searches.
Yeah.
If you're looking up like skiing and shit,
The
you know,
white.
Go about how many kids?
Absolutely.
How many
Safe.
kids you have?
Yeah.
How much child support you're paying?
World Star, all-time greatest hits.
Exactly. Then that's black.
That's
I have-
right. You're
I have
gonna get
this
another
thing
race
where-
if you do that one.
Yeah.
One of the things that when Obama was in office that would upset me is that people would he's black. Yeah. How about he's fucking half? How about that, man? You're half. I'm not saying you gotta go on. Hey, I'm half. My kids are half
It's
Mexican,
that
half
with
white.
Trump right now too.
My kids are half Mexican, half white. Okay, my
You
wife
can
is
definitely
white,
Tell which half he kind of leaned towards.
but he was raised by the white side.
Which one? Obama?
Obama. He was raised by his white grandparents, his white mom. He met his dad one time at an airport, okay? My kids are half Mexican, half white. They have a last name Arias. But you look at my little girl, she's got blonde hair, blue eyes, or greenish eyes. She looks nothing Mexican. She's got a last name Arias, though.
Yeah.
Whenever I tell Alina, I call her white girl, right? Because growing up, I know a lot of Mexican girls I went to school with, they were mean to chicks that were half Mexican, half white.
Yeah.
Look at this white girl. They use white girl like an insult. This white girl, this white boy. It was an insult. So if my little girl ever gets to a point where some Mexican chicks are calling her, oh, this white girl ain't gonna do nothing. If she is, hey, white girl, I want my daughter to turn around. Yes, what's going on? You calling me? Yes. Did someone call my name? Yeah, I am a white girl.
That's
but I'm half Mexican too. My last name's Arias. Claim it. Don't, you can't just say you're just Mexican. My daughter is not just Mexican. She's half. Let's
Right.
claim both, man.
It's like all
That's the
that.
thing that was said to me with Obama. My cousin, I love my cousin, man. Half black, half Mexican. Raised by the Mexican side, and we were talking one point, and I told him, dude, in the past 8 years, it's like you're the blackest motherfucker in the world, man. I don't know what happened, dude. Since Obama's been president, it's just like I'm talking to Louis Farrakhan over here, bro. I don't know what happened
Like
with that,
leaned
man.
into it a little, maybe.
Yeah, and he's at most 50%, but not even that.
Yeah.
You would think I'm just Mexican, but there's a whole bunch of other shit in that pot that mixed around,
Yeah, yeah.
including the Indian and all types of other stuff.
Well, you know who Joey Diaz is?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
Cuban.
fucking Joey Diaz is Cuban,
Hey,
right?
who's this?
He sounds Jersey as fuck, so.
Yeah.
He's on the phone. Put him on
So-
speaker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Too dad.
So yeah,
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
He's
My
cu-
friends are spanking each other. And they're so loud about
yeah,
it.
he's Cuban, but he does
I
sound.
don't know necessarily what I meant when I said where Obama leaned.
Yeah, I think so.
you
Let me
were
call
saying
my
like he
homie,
means like
and I'll
more
call
into
you back.
the white part of his heritage or the
I-
African American part of his heritage or like.
I don't have any comment on that. I'm retracting.
You're retracting that
I'm
bit.
retracting that statement.
I don't know. It's
So
Because
anyway, I
he
didn't get into
definitely-
making fun of people. And
Who was that, man?
No, what are
who
we
you calling? Who's calling you, bro?
you know what, y'all? Earlier I was traveling and I was listening to a song that I made, and I was listening to it loud. And this dude is walking on the corner. He had like a pamphlet and some like plastic bottles. You could tell he's trying to sell some kind of
Sure.
cleaner. And he starts like dancing. And
Alright.
I was immediately drawn to him, so I like
Right, because he was
went
dancing
across
to
the
your
in-
music.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, when someone laughs at your joke, you're like, oh,
buddy.
Fuck yeah,
exactly.
friend.
Exactly. So
Thanks
I
for
rolled my window
recognizing my
down
talent.
and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Man, I'm just out here trying to sell some cleaner, man. Your headlights are dirty. I can clean that shit up for you real good." And he was like,
Is he that Mexican dude on a bicycle?
"You know what? People feel comfortable asking me whenever, however, whenever is." Yo, man, you know where you can find me some weed? So we had a short conversation.
yeah, you don't look like a narc.
He didn't even hesitate a little bit. I was very disrespected.
But another thing too is you're tall and you're a good-looking dude. I remember whenever people were going around you taking photos at Bar PM, and I'm like, damn, dude, I wish I was tall and black, man. Everyone just feels very comfortable around you, man. They
That's
go up to you and
true.
take pictures and hug you. I'm like, no one's coming up to me and fucking giving me hugs, man.
Right. Well,
But
I
you
mean,
are a very huggable looking
I
figure.
am.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
You need to embrace that.
I am. I'm like an
You just need to
overstuffed.
lean into
I'm
it.
like an overstuffed
Bro,
Build-A-Bear.
try being
You
me,
know
dude.
what I'm
I
saying?
look like fucking the patriarchy. Like fucking
Yeah,
motherfuckers
yeah.
see me walking in and people start crying. Like, and then I get on stage and start making jokes about crippled people. I'm not a lovable
Like,
person.
it
Like,
goes,
very
it goes
typical.
back to your approach, your demeanor. You're very laid back. Like I said, you have a Snoop Dogg type approach when you're on the mic. Just very laid back. You're very approachable, man. I don't know.
The likability factor
Yeah,
on this
dude.
motherfucker
And
is
you
very
don't even
high.
you don't
Did
even
you
know
pick
it.
him up, or
No, see, that's what they were calling about.
oh,
You mother. That was a homeless guy. That was. He got a phone call from a headlight cleaner on the corner.
I didn't recognize the number. His story's pretty crazy. So he got shot, and he didn't say where, but when he said I got shot, he goes, I got shot, and that's not good. Wherever it is isn't good.
Right.
Pointing
This
up
general area is
high
really
is
scary.
not great. Yeah, so it was bad. It wasn't a graze. So I guess that led to him going to the hospital, and then this program moved him out to Lubbock to sell cleaner. But I'm not even gonna lie, the brochures looked fake
No.
as fuck. So I might show up at a hotel with the guy that I know has some.
So you can show up at a
marijuana
hotel?
and get robbed. But
Okay, yeah, it's probably gonna happen. Let me ask you this: was it the short little Mexican that rides the bike that has the little his kids are apparel with him? Has a mustache. And then again, I just described half the Mexican race too, though, man.
yeah, no.
Baseball
it's okay.
cap.
He was black. He
Oh,
was
okay.
super
Wasn't that Mexican dude? There's this Mexican dude always
Like how much
driving around
black?
cleaning tails.
I said super black, but I don't even know what that means. He was.
Yeah, magical powers.
Have you ever seen like the center of a black hole, or like just in a
With a
abyss
$20
of
bill?
darkness? He was a little lighter than that.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Well,
Like-
off-white.
And dude, you
Not
know
an
what?
absolute shade of black.
Right.
Okay.
I like-
Mother country.
I like how you answered the phone too, man. You're a nice guy. See,
Um,
even with strangers selling
likable.
cleaner, this dude's a nice dude, man.
Motherfucker could sell
Middle of a
anything.
podcast, he's willing to do a transaction. We call that tranza. I like
There's
that.
gonna be some. There's
had to-
some fucking skeleton in this closet. You're one of these
That's valid.
motherfuckers where I'm like, there's something.
Oh,
Like there's
yeah.
gotta be some
Oh
catch.
yeah.
You know what I
You'll
mean?
hear about it in the media in a few years.
Me too movement.
His biggest skeleton in the closet, he left the waitress $1 one time, and that's it.
Got
He's
it.
at a fire.
That's
Yeah.
it. Would be that.
That's
where
bad.
You just keep
Yeah, I
thinking.
left her change instead of $1.
I have a theory. Tom Hanks is so well beloved. There's gonna be something. Like I just feel like there's gotta be something. No one can be that universally
I don't know, look
loved
at the
as
son. The
Tom
son's
fucking
fucked up.
Hanks, you know,
He's
No
a
one.
nice guy.
dude, he's
Tom's great.
beloved.
Love Tom
And
Hanks.
who fucking gets that? Who gets to have everyone like them?
Will Smith? Will Smith is shit. Those kids are fucked.
But that is
And his
true
wife,
about
too.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
That guy has put out some terrible movies.
Beyonce.
Yeah,
He
it's
is
true.
still famous.
I don't like Beyonce,
Yeah,
man. But Will,
Everybody loves Beyonce.
I don't. Fuck that whore, dude. So, Will Smith, though.
What did she do to you?
Fuck her, dude. You get shut the fuck that whore. So,
Have you heard
let's go back
the
to
notes
the
that
shit.
she sings?
Fuck
It's
her.
like
Fuck
you
Jay-Z. No,
should've put
fuck
green
them.
on it.
Let's talk about Will Smith, right? So I was watching some horse shit with Will
You're
Smith
like
the other day.
first fan of Will Smith I've met.
I like Will Smith. As soon as you see Will Smith, he's
okay.
talking.
Right.
You like the dude. You're
Right.
drawn to him, just
Very
like this
likable.
dude. He's took forever to talk about some glass cleaner dude
Motherfucker,
that
he's gonna match you to every black celebrity.
that,
in the world.
that I'm talking about like
Every
ability, man.
Cruz.
You know,
Have you seen? Have you heard of
pecs.
Cat Williams? You remind me of Cat Williams.
I hope to God.
Do you remember Steve Urkel?
Theo Huxtable, this motherfucker right here.
I remember Stefan.
Urkel.
No?
But whatever Will Smith puts out, I like it. The dude is just very likable, man. I like his stuff. I just
His
get
music?
drawn to him.
Or
Even
his comedy?
even his music too. I like his music, man. I'll bump his shit.
On a boy sexy scale, how high do you rank him?
Will Smith?
Yeah.
Oh, he's up there, bro.
Really?
Like,
An
give me
8
a
or
10.
9
Who's
for
a
you?
10? Who's a 10?
Well, my 10's gonna be different than yours.
Well, throw out a 10.
So is
Brad
he like,
Pitt?
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Brad Pitt's a good
Oh,
one.
then Will Smith is a 10.
Whoa.
That's
what
Will
about
Smith's a good looking dude.
Easy.
Denzel Washington or
Will Smith. Let's Denzel Will Smith. Who would I?
Ooh. But Denzel now, Denzel in the day.
Will
And they're
They're
at
both
the
cut out
peak.
of the day, but
I would say Will Smith.
This is what we
Just
call the
because
girls
he's likable,
section
though, man.
podcast.
Because he's likable. Because he's
Ladies.
a likable dude.
but Denzel Washington
Denzel's yeah, he's very suave. He's very smooth.
Oscar.
Wenzel,
Winning.
Will Smith is still likable. There's something about him that it just translates into everything. Not
Sure.
saying Will Smith. I mean Denzel doesn't, but Will Smith, he's got a certain charm. He's got like what Austin Powers said, what the French call a certain I don't know what. Right.
Got
That's-
it. Okay.
Right. So
Je ne sais quoi.
I don't know what.
Good reference.
So yeah, that's
Tracks.
Will Smith stuff, man. But
Austin Powers.
No, it's fucking.
No, Will Smith was Hitch. Or
yeah, he's in Hitch. He's in Hancock. Yeah,
Everything.
he was in iRobot.
Who played Austin Powers? Totally different guy.
Mike Myers.
Yeah,
I know you weren't confusing the two.
I know.
No, he
I
was.
was just making a reference to,
He was asking a question.
like,
I was
maybe
getting
I'll
really
be at the-
confused there for a second. I was like, wait a
Did
second.
not know what
Am I
Austin Powers
imagining a
was.
different Will Smith this whole time? Fuck, that's funny.
Yeah, Will Smith was Austin.
Is Jaden Smith still doing stuff? We talked about him on the podcast.
Yeah, I heard you talk about the film.
forever ago.
And
I've been
Telfa's
bumping his
retarded.
stuff.
Are you serious?
Jaden Smith? Yeah, he put out a couple songs.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
it was
know.
his album. Yeah.
That I'm feeling. Yeah,
He
he's got
sold some
one.
water.
I'm a
called
real living
Icon.
legend. That guy.
It's Icon Living.
Yeah, I'm an icon living. That's it.
Icon Living.
Yep.
I like that one.
And
And I
you
like
see how
another
wide
one.
I went with that? I am a real living legend.
I'm certainly alive and legendary. What's bar 2? Restart this song.
You know, I mean,
Run it back, bitch.
I guess I really don't listen to music. I don't. I listen to podcasts and listen to audiobooks. If I listen to music, it's gonna be Frank Sinatra while I'm in the shower or something. Other than that,
Wiping your butt with 20s.
yeah.
Right, and then throwing them on fucking trees.
Well, then I want to listen to that Racks on Racks on Racks.
Racks.
I don't really listen to music though, man. It's all audiobooks, podcasts.
Ooh, audiobooks. What do you got?
How's your
I'm about to
audiobook
get
game?
the next book. I want to download Ulysses from James Joyce.
Oh shit! He's a
So,
smart
That's
motherfucker.
gonna be my next one.
Which
Which
some smart people book. Right
Is
there.
it?
Wait, are you an
I
audio
don't have patience
user?
for it.
Audible and also the library. The library's got a lot of audiobooks. You go and look it up. Yeah,
I
they
didn't
got a
know
big
you
download
selection.
them too now.
I also want to finish Stephen King's the Tower, the Dark Tower series.
Okay.
I'm on I think the second to last one. I need to get that one. So I just finished I listened to a bunch of stuff. Let's just finish listening to this guy Ben Coase, he was a writer for Ronald Reagan, and this book it's a Dewey Andreas character who's a former
shit.
Army Ranger, and he fights terrorism. It's the shit. I like it.
So do you okay, when I listen to audiobooks, if I don't like the voice, I don't buy the book.
I just want to listen to the book. No, I get it regardless. I'm listening. I want to get as much information, and I don't know. I want to know a lot of stuff. Not that I'm gonna retain it.
Right.
And whenever I say it, I'm gonna say I'm gonna sound real retarded as fuck whenever I throw it back at you.
Sure.
But I want to know what's in there, right?
Yeah,
I want to be
yeah.
able to. Okay, Rolodex. Let me look back. There we go, right here. There's this thing with James Joyce. I heard this the other day. I'm listening to this BBC series, and they talk about James Joyce and Ulysses, and I started listening to the book years ago, but I didn't finish. So the last book, James Joyce goes through different writing styles in his entire book, different types of writings, and the very last one is the stream of consciousness from this character named Molly. It's 8 paragraphs, lightly punctuated, almost no punctuation, and it's about what's going on through her head. Right as soon as I hear that, I think, oh, this dude in 1922 laid the groundwork for Facebook posts.
Oh, okay. Alright.
You motherfuckers, there's no punctuation in Facebook. It's just stream of consciousness.
It's good. It's a good reference.
Yeah, it
This
is.
fucking-
Okay.
It's just that
You're speaking
on
to
a relatability level.
It's not.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me about a joint.
Here's what happens. The setup for that joke is you teaching an English class.
That's what it. And I said that to
Yeah.
my homeboy Fiesel. I throw everything at him. I mean, I wake
Right.
up in the morning and I'll send him a photo of a dick and a cup of coffee, right? And then I'll send him
Nice,
something
okay.
else, or just whatever's in my hand. Just throw all this stuff at him.
Start
and
your
then-
day off with a dick and a cup of Joe.
Who doesn't,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
So then I sent him
Get
that
y'all
James.
boned up.
I sent-
Generally my
exactly.
dick.
I sent him
Get
that
y'all
James.
boned
I sent him
up.
that James Joyce observation
Rise up, bone up.
that I was. That's my motto, right?
Good morning.
Instead of rise and grind, right? Rise and bone, man.
Rise and bone.
So I sent that to him, the James Joyce thing, in 200, less than 280 characters, because I wanted to tweet it out. And his response is, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Here's the thing, dude.
I know what I'm talking about,
Okay.
but I mean, I guess
You know how
It
many
made
books-
sense.
You know how many books I would make reference to that are in my database, unless it was like a
It's
like
gotta
a,
be
like a
fucking.
textbook. So like there are jokes about like the marshmallow test and like immediate gratification.
Yeah.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Oswald stuff,
That
all that. You know,
yeah, that
operation
I-
conditioning.
I think
I'm
it would be
feeling that.
good.
Those
You know
are
what?
ones everyone
I
knows.
think it would be good. Yeah, exactly. Very general. I would, as far as nonfiction books, Harry Potter. I have one joke about Harry Potter,
Right.
Let's hear it.
and it's this. Okay, so I smoke cigs now, and I'm so ashamed of that. I can only call them by half their name.
Oh yeah.
They're kind of like the Dark Lord in that sense. You know, you don't want to say the whole thing. I'm afraid if I say. I'm afraid if I say.
Looking
I'm
around.
afraid if I say cigarette, one's gonna pop up and like
See, I don't know.
force
I
me
don't
to
know Harry
smoke
Potter.
it. Okay, so I don't know. Or
This
something
is what
like
happens
an
with
old
fucking
lady.
references, because if you don't have people who are really tied into the fucking shit, then it doesn't fucking help
Right,
at
yeah,
all.
So that's
So
why
you
like
lose half the
Patton
crowd.
Oswalt's niche or his demographic is like
James
it's
Brooks.
pretty universal, but he's got a particular type of
Who's that?
person. Patton Oswalt.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
He's always making like
Even
Star Trek references and shit, and I'm like, I'm not.
have you listened to this shit?
Talk
Yeah,
about
that's tough.
Patton Oswalt, I don't think he's funny, dude. I think he's a
he's
cornball
funny.
ass little fat bastard, man. I mean, I'm a cornball ass bastard. I mean, for him to get paid the money he does for the shit, I think
He's a
fucking
also
genius.
has, like,
He's
a
really
nice-
yes.
smart.
I mean, it should work together. Yes, I get it. But to have people laughing like that on stage, fuck that.
Yeah, it's
Isn't the new
difficult.
like 3,000 THK whatever where they make fun of movies?
Fuck, we need to
Oh,
talk.
that's cool. 3,000 his mystery theater.
Mystery, like
yeah,
Mystery
yeah.
Science Theater. 2,
Jeff
whatever.
Ross would be great on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he's on that.
And
Did you guys-
Hannibal Buress.
Did you guys watch the Segura special? Tom Segura?
No, I haven't seen that one.
No.
Not yet.
That's
Or his
not what we're
wife's
talking
either.
about then. He has a bit about he has this thing in here, and it's like, you guys remember when like 5 years ago we could all say retard and it was funny, and he got in deep shit because
he
he had a bit on just like you can't, like, that's a word that was so cool like 5 years ago, and literally was not meant to like refer to like people who are mentally disabled at all.
Yeah.
And now it's this thing that like you can't even touch it. It's like it's you know
I don't
it's,
think you can say disabled anymore either.
what do you mean you can't say disabled?
They don't like that.
What is it?
Who's they?
Physically challenged?
What
What do you like? What do you go by?
Do you like disabled?
Do you mentally?
are you into disabled?
I'm definitely able. Have you ever tried to fight someone?
Unable this. So, no, I haven't heard that, man. I have the last special I saw was Joe Rogan's,
Oh shit.
and
Kinda
man,
meh.
I just
I
don't
love-
think he's that funny on stage, dude. Not at all.
When that fool talks about,
The gargoyle. Don't tell me you're gonna talk about the fucking gargoyle.
is that the one where he gets
He's on the stool. You motherfucker. You gonna talk about that? That shit is horrible. My butthole
You know what
closed
the
up,
point
and
of,
it's
All
always
right,
loose.
Okay.
those who are trying to make references about Ulysses shouldn't throw stones at people who are trying to be a gargoyle on a stairs. You know what I mean?
and what he was doing, which was kind of like,
Which I
you
never
know,
saw. Like,
prophetic. What do you call it when you like guess the future a little bit? He was like getting on the stool saying women are about to take over. Like that's what he was
true.
saying.
They have.
And 2018 is the year of the woman.
Is it really?
Time's up, motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought that
thought it was
meant they
Year
were
of the
gonna
Dog.
stop fucking talking. That's what the fuck
I
I meant. No
think
my
it's
offense.
zodiac calendar's fucked up like
Yeah.
that. I guess I didn't know woman was an animal on the zodiac calendar.
Oh,
All right.
And your wife is over there.
Just flip me off.
Yeah, man. Even my homeboy kept on telling me about Dave Chappelle's special.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really. Dave Chappelle, I think is genius, man. But
Right.
So
I think he also pandered though too, man. Instead of going from tranny to saying trans people, I guess you're being nice, but you fucking pandered, man. That's what he did. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That's what he did.
But you get always-
Who I think is funny?
Yeah.
Louis J. Gomez, Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
Fuck it. Like
Those
that's
Big J.
But
Okie.
you
he's
know
trying
what?
to,
Look
Dan
how
he's
he's
trying
Soder.
to embody that. You know who he's talking
Is that
about?
one of your friends? Are you plugging from your phone?
He's Puerto Rican, but
No, he's a Puerto Rican dude out of fucking New York. Like,
Big
he's
J.
funny as
Okerson,
shit.
Dan
I like
Soder,
Big J, I like
Bobby
Dan
Kelly,
Yeah, Bobby
Um,
Kelly's great. Rich
Mike
Voss,
Vecchione, Rich Voss, Bonnie McFarlane,
Jim Norton.
Jim Norton. Yes.
Yeah.
New York. I mean, even
Theo
West
Von,
Coast.
I love
Theo
Theo
Von is
Von.
good. Even Tony Hinchcliffe. Tony Hinchcliffe is very quick with this stuff like that, man. I like Segura. I even like
Segura's
Kreischer too, man. I think Bart Kreischer.
Kreischer's hard for me.
I think
'cause
he
it's
says-
like
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? When he says, just fucking say it. Don't ask me for this. Just fucking say it.
Say it.
Just fucking say it. Can I tell you something? Just fucking say it. Just fucking say it.
Just
Shit. What's up, Dan?
fucking say it.
I got you, Dan. Thanks, man.
Good.
Dude, we
it's a good
give.
joke, Daniel.
I like this podcast. We give the disabled a chance to speak. That's what I'm saying, man.
I'm not
Retards go
even a
brown, son.
Yeah, this
No
fucker's
shit.
in the Dead Alliance right now.
I'm just
We're just
normal.
ripping him apart. I had him in here for nerd references.
Normal.
That's what I got.
We
him
haven't
for.
talked about Star Wars once. First of all, don't even get me fucking started on that shit, right? Too many Star Wars speculators on YouTube right now. Ruin that shit for me.
Alright, we've had the woman section. Now we're gonna have the nerd hour.
It's the new Star Wars. Oh, sorry, I just said Star Wars. I'm gonna say Star Trek Discovery. That's good.
No,
Is
No,
anybody a Star
fucking
Trek
no.
fan?
No, not at all.
I haven't seen some little furry things. I haven't seen it since then.
Star
man.
Trek.
The little fucking furry
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Grandpa Arias is pulling back from the first generation. I remember
Captain
Maggie.
Kirk, man.
I got excited about nerd shit.
There's Bangor across the Rio Grande.
Star Wars.
Paul, that was the Wizard of Oz.
Whatever, something like that, man. I thought Star Trek was mixed up in that shit. There was some type of furry animal in there.
You're thinking of the snow globe when fucking Citizen Kane says Rosebud.
Paul, that was a play.
There was green people. I Star Wars, Wizard of Oz. I don't fucking know, dude.
Are you trying to say
Deep
that green
track.
people?
Green people, man. Fuck them too. Put a wall around them bastards, man.
Green people.
Bro.
All right, listen, hold on. We really need to cover this.
Alright.
If you're gonna address people with disabilities, this is how you do it.
Okay.
You use people first language. That's what it's called. People first language.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means if a person was talking to you, you wouldn't go, "What the fuck does that mean?"
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Just like-
In my America, you do.
This is what it means. This is what it
Paul's
means.
America.
You call them people, individuals with disabilities.
Please.
An adult who has a disability.
People with this, so they are using
a
disability.
child with a disability. A person.
A person.
People, individuals without disabilities. Typical kids.
So what's the difference?
People with
between-
intellectual and other developmental disabilities. He or she has a cognitive impairment. A person who has Down syndrome. A person who has autism. A person with a mental illness.
So we can't say this retarded motherfucker. You know what? They haven't gotten that news over to hip hop. I'll tell you that fucking much,
you're
man.
absolutely right.
Shit, that's
But
why I had to think.
I don't
said,
think hip hop is the leading pioneer on
Shit.
politically acceptable
hip hop,
speech.
everything is affected by fucking hip hop. That's why I said I wish our society would be more like hip hop. That way we can all be misogynistic, racist, homophobic, and no one would think any of it. Fuck it, man. We
Yeah.
all be good.
That's
son.
That's how it has been. That's what created hip hop. And now it's
What the fuck is
people
this?
are doing less of that
Learn
or
this.
suppressing it.
This fucking horseshit we're going through. Fuck all this stuff, man.
Yeah, equality, right?
Fuck yeah. Fuck down with equality, son.
No, I agree with the PC talk. You should be able to say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Don't pander to shit.
But since when has it been not okay to be offended? It's like, I'm offended. It's your problem.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
should be able to.
like
be
you,
offended.
you,
You know-
stranger, affect my feelings and make me feel something.
You know
Yeah,
what
right?
offends me?
Yeah.
It offends me when somebody says, "I want you to watch this video on my phone," and then hands me their shitty jizz rag.
You motherfucking.
That fucking offends the
Right.
shit out of me.
Let's go back to Dan the retard.
But you
okay.
know what? I don't say anything because I know it's my pet peeve. It's
I
not
feel like-
fucking somebody else's responsibility.
Wait, somebody's handing you a jizz rag?
Yeah, their phone.
Oh yeah, you're
What do
valid
you
point.
fucking think people are spanking on?
Oh, that's a good point, dude.
Fucking
Wait.
think what people wash their hands, right? They never wash their fucking phone. Guarantee you they wipe their ass and then do this number on their
Oh
fucking phone.
fuck, dude, you're right.
That's their
You
jizz
don't even
rag.
put Germex on it or no type
Yeah,
of
they
wipe or
don't.
nothing.
I've
Well, we
never
know that
cleaned my
he
phone.
watches.
I'm gonna clean mine tonight. 'Cause
I prefer a whiter stuff.
Wow, what is that? An iPhone 8? Jeez Louise.
Hey, Dan.
What's this white crusty stuff?
Dan, so you're saying that you so if you're saying go back to the offended thing,
I'm
so
saying, yeah, like, since when has it been not okay to be offended? Like, if Kendall just says something that hurts me,
Like, Dan
why
the
is it
retard.
Kendall's problem? It's my fucking problem.
well, okay. Here's. I was talking to one of my homeboys at work named Torrance. Torrance, like the only black dude I work with, man. And me and Torrance were talking
you're
about
cool.
race. And yeah, well, you know, people say, "Hey, you got a black friend?" And I'm like, "No." I got a black coworker, right? No, anyway, Torrance cool fuck, man. So we were talking about that, and if racism is out there, bigotry, all this shit. If this dude is actually retarded, right? I'm just disabled, whatever. I'm not gonna come and say, "Hey, Dan, the retard." Then I'm an asshole. Can't there just be people that are fucking mean, that are just assholes?
Right.
Then it's not just I'm not that way with everybody. Whatever, man. It's this guy's racist, this guy's bigoted, this guy's whatever. Yes, that might very well be, but couldn't it also be this guy's just a fucking asshole, man? If I go into a room full of mentally challenged or disabled, I don't know what you would call them now,
Right.
and I say, "Hey, what's up, all you retards?" Something's wrong with me.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking asshole.
Something missing
man.
there.
I'm an asshole, right? It's
But it's okay. It's okay to have assholes in this world.
they're out there. We're not gonna get rid of them, man.
So why
People
are we
just
trying
deal
to
with it.
protect
I think we
people
should
from
round the
shit?
assholes up.
I'm a nice asshole though, dude. I mean, I know my
I don't
limits.
think-
Go ahead.
Well, there's a
What are we protecting people from? What are you referring to specifically? What
I'm just saying, like,
movement?
why do we have to live life through victimhood?
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's
a good
like,
question.
it's like, oh, this shit happened to me. Like, I'm never gonna be nothing. Well, because you're not trying to be something.
Yeah, no, you're right. I read a book called The Success Principles, and chapter 1 is no blaming, no complaining, no excuses. So you can't blame anybody for where you are. You're 100% responsible for where you currently are,
fucking
no
yeah.
matter what. No complaining, because if you can complain, then what you're saying is the current situation that I'm dealing with is less than par. And if that's the case, you can change it, or you should change it.
Kendall's just trying to get me to buy another book. You motherfucker! I think you sneaky son of a bitch, man.
Listen,
He's way better at selling his shit than you are Ulysses.
You got a website I can go through? Fuck, dude.
I'm with Green Street Clearing House.
Fucking, whoa, dude.
Scholastic.
Oh my god.
Fuck, man.
That's the book. That book,
That's
y'all.
the book, though.
That book right there. If it's one of those that it told me to
7
read it
Habits
all
of
the way
Highly
through.
Successful People.
It's one of those. Yeah, it's by
Yeah.
Jack Canfield, and
Oh, no
it's
way.
basically tells you like to repeat affirmations to yourself. Repeat things to yourself as though they're already true. Create a dream board. So like per se.
I'm a fat ass. I know it's already true.
No,
No?
that would be the opposite. Yeah, if you wanted to get fatter.
No.
What the book would say for you to say is you would want to eliminate the word fat from your head all the way. So you would say I'm skinny, or you would say I'm healthy, and you tell yourself that over and over. And essentially, what it's saying is like the law of attraction. Like when you think thoughts, your brain vibrates, and those vibrations are felt by the universe, and thus,
Beach Boys shit right
think-
there.
if you think positive, positive comes.
Sounds like The Secret a little
I
bit.
think,
It is The Secret.
yeah, I think that
That's one chapter of it.
I think that is good.
Yeah, it's
But
positive.
at the same time, and I'm all about that. But
Mhm.
dream board and all that, that's getting a little like you're working too hard on your dream.
So
your
we-
dream should be like really simple. I'm gonna fuck. Boom. That's
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill. That's it.
Oh, I thought it was just I'm gonna fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What's
No,
the name?
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
gonna
it is.
fuck.
Like,
You
when-
won't wanna
that's
win.
where your dream-
Eventually.
That's where your
Eventually, I'm going to
You know,
find that
if you're
fuck.
like filling out, notebooks saying like I'm gonna do something, no, just fucking do something.
Oh,
See,
you
but
got that
that's-
Yoda principle.
that's not
Star
necessarily
Wars. This
true.
dork.
Yeah.
This dork motherfucker.
trying to cut in with the Star Wars shit.
Yeah, do or do not. You know what I'm saying? There is no try.
serious,
Yoda
bro.
ass
Like,
bastard.
It's like I want to be a videographer, right?
Yeah.
So you're just like, there's a lot of people out there who have the gear, who aren't doing shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they're like, why can't I get a job as a videographer, right? Well, it's because you're not fucking making videos.
Mhm.
That's why.
Yeah, no, I agree that the work absolutely has to be done, and they talk about that too. But if you're a videographer, and instead of saying, I want to be a videographer, you say to yourself, I want to be a videographer for NBC by January 19th of 2020,
Yeah.
then you've made that goal all the more tangible. And then if you also put a picture on a board of you in an NBC studio, you photoshopped your face on somebody, and a fucking little calendar in that picture that says 20. You've made it even more tangible for your brain, and once you give your brain a task, no matter what it may be, it is going to figure it out because that's what humans do.
Well, so
Did the guy who
If it was-
That's
selling
a little bit more
If
organized
it was
than I am.
food, we would. Me too. I don't do it.
So what you're saying-
I read it though.
So what
Jack does it.
You're saying, do you visualize that Trump did that with Time Man of the Year, and he got clowned for it, man. That was his vision board, dude. To
He
be on
put
time.
time to
You
be
put
time.
there's a fake.
did it.
It's vision board, man. That's what I want.
That's one way.
I think what you're saying right there, Kendall. I think what you're saying right there, what I get from it is just positive, man. You don't want to be around negative people all the time. I know I don't. I don't want that.
Right.
I talk a lot of shit, and it might sound negative, but I'm a pretty positive son of a bitch,
Right,
man.
yeah.
Let's do this. You know?
Yeah.
I think if what you're saying, like clowning and shit, it's a negativity, but it's not like. It's hard, this law of attraction thing, because, like, yeah, with clowning, it's joking and it's negative, but like, say I'm joking that somebody has ugly teeth or whatever, and am I creating more ugly teeth by putting that in the atmosphere? According to the law of attraction, I am.
You are?
But according to the law of attraction, but how strictly do you follow that, right? So you could. I personally think that, you know, if you're bringing laughs through negativity, quotes, air quotes, then you're bringing
really all that
positivity.
negative. Yeah,
you're,
exactly.
you're bringing laughs.
But there's zealots in every religion.
And little loopholes, zealots.
Yeah,
Little-
I'm just saying there's people that take it way too far.
Oh, right.
You know, they're
Right.
just like, oh well, I'm being negative right now. I can't fucking be negative.
Yeah, Baptist. No, I'm just playing.
Catholics is motherfucker.
Y'all, we're like way over time on this.
Yeah,
but
thank
it
you
has
for
been
letting
really
us crash
fun.
your house.
Nah, dude, it was great. Like, it was an excellent conversation.
Holla.
Everybody in here is interesting as fuck. Paul, it's really nice having you on the podcast.
Hey man, thanks for calling me.
We'll definitely have you back in, dude. It was a really interesting conversation. and,
Talk
like,
for hours, dude. That's what I do.
You
Talk
really
shit.
are, like, when I say you're the best storyteller in Lubbock, like, you tell really good fucking stories. And
But I just need to
it's
translate that to
good.
stage. I just need to get shit wiping your ass with 20s to stage. You know, I need to translate this shit.
Yeah,
talking
but
on
well,
stage.
that's funny as fuck.
This
Like,
is. Let's workshop sometime.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
If you want to get the wiping your ass to stage, then what about that situation led you to wipe your ass? And that's the joke. It's
Right.
like, so you know what's hard, or you know what's weird about being an asshole? Is sometimes when people fuck you over, you end up wiping your ass with $20 bills.
When I get
And
that
then
book,
you act it
yeah.
out and tell the rest of the story.
When I
because
get
the
that book,
punchline is that. Like,
Yeah.
that's the punchline.
You're a salty
You,
dude.
you characterize yourself.
when I get that book, I want to
Have
do
an
that.
attitude.
It's coming in this next Tuesday.
Cool, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
All
no
right,
problem.
See y'all next week.
Y'all, this has been John Lewis, Daniel,
Clayton.
Clayton, Paul,
Why? Adios.
Because why not? And
Paul,
Kendall
why
Terrell
not?
Smith Rodriguez. And I just want to sign off with a little bit of.
Sexy voice.
Take that.
I just think maybe the last thing y'all should hear from this podcast is me
Invented the
talking in my sexy voice while my niggas beatbox. You hear those boxes
Charanga.
beating? You have a good night, baby.